devil called out to Volk, "Come close."
No, I don't want to be. I don't want to be that guy here. But don't all horned devils look the same?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
I think you're just racist.
No.
I mean, all right. Yeah, I'll go to the devil. I assume it's Sareth. Is he giving me that vibe? Can I do a vibe check on this guy?
Sure, roll me a d20 vibe check.
I hope you do not mind, but Damien is absolutely walking up with you.
What's my vibe?
Your vibe? That's probably Sareth.
All right.
What's the rest of you doing?
Watching.
See what happens. I don't really know what's happening. I don't know if I've been here in this situation.
All right. So, Damien and Volk, you approach the horned devil. The rest of you are within earshot, I guess. You're not like super far away, and it's not like there's any kind of other than the noises of the ravens nearby. There isn't really much to cover up the conversation anyway. Walk up, and Sareth turns and says, "You have been quite arrogant, haven't you?"
I would. Continue.
I had been planning on killing you the next time I saw you, but you did help me out. So this one time, if you go on your knees and apologize, I will let you live this once.
Sareth, I can't believe the gall you have to approach me and make demands when I, not single-handedly, but individually pioneered the effort to ensure that you were not punished by a god. When I died, there were some serious leftover feelings. I was angry. I was not in my blessed afterlife like I should have been. Instead, I got stuck in the middle of hell. And at this point, I was rescued by this lovely party here and have gone on many adventures, none of which I would have experienced if it wasn't for you banishing me there. So I look of it as a blessing in disguise that you have given me. However, you still act like an arrogant child, and I suggest you grow up.
Very well. I had hoped that you would come to reason, but very well. And Sareth will fly up into the air and cast greater invisibility on himself.
Rick.
Volk and Damien, roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh, what's that?
Actually, everybody else roll me initiative. You pretty much have a basically it's a surprise round, except it involves Sareth, Damien, and Volk first. 1 second.
All right.
There you go.
Battle map. I haven't seen one of these in a while.
Oh boy.
Don't forget everybody adds a +4. Well, actually, sorry, just Damien.
Oh yay.
Be there momentarily.
Now I have to remember what all comes back during a short rest, because you said that the trial counted as a short rest, right, Brian?
I don't remember saying that.
Would it?
I'm gonna say no, because that would be unfair to Nyla.
Okay.
How long did the ride back take? An hour?
Alright, fine. We'll go with Volk, Maximilian, and Texas Red get a short rest, because Damien and Nyla are flying.
Okay.
I am a cruel tyrant, Melissa.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's something.
Maximilian and Nyla, are you gonna roll?
I'm loading in, like I'm stuck on a loading screen right now.
All right, I'll roll for you.
All right. Okay, now there we go. Refreshed and now I'm back.
Matt, are you there?
Maybe.
I'm here. I had to deal with my asshole of a dog, so I don't even know what's going on. I had to roll initiative, right?
Oh, whoops, I rolled the wrong thing. There you go. Let me change it to whatever you rolled. All right, that would be a 20. So, first things first, how does invisibility work? Upon review, Michael discovered that you know where the invisible party is, unless they are attempting to hide.
Okay.
Huh.
You still get the disadvantage to hit them,
Okay.
but you know where they are.
Well, in that
Hold on.
case.
I'm about to roll.
What are the? Oh, these are the giant metal crows.
Yep. And Damien, don't forget your contract.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so this is kind of weird. Would it be possible for me to, kind of like set it up so if this dude tries to attack Volk, I would get in the way?
Hmm. I'm not exactly sure what that would translate to.
I'm thinking it's basically like an anti-help action. It's just like either I'm helping Volk to like get out of the way, or like I'm trying to run interference for this dude to give him like disadvantage to attack.
No, no. So the difficulty is trying to figure out if you would get attacked instead, or if how that would work. Give me a second. All right. According to the great Jeremy Crawford, or Chris Perkins,
Yes, it is he.
I allow this often. If one character wants to take a hit for another, it makes for good drama, but I might maximize the damage.
Oh shit.
It's all about taking damage.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that.
So I will let you take the hit
Okay.
if this character so wishes to attempt to hit you.
Alright. I'll try it.
Volk, it's your turn.
Okay, how high up did he fly?
60 feet.
60 feet. Jesus Christ. This man's got fucking...
Oh yeah, I'll have modal wing icon. That's not really gonna be large enough, is it?
I mean, I can see it.
Oh well.
I'll shift as my bonus action.
All right, Maximilian, your character token is broken. I'm gonna fix that for you. Not quite sure why it's broken.
Alright. First of all, bonus action. Devotion feat. I'm going to throw on Shield of Faith. +2 to my AC.
Okay.
I'm going to Compel Duel. I assume I can use a... If it says it costs a bonus action, can I use it as like an action instead?
I know that was a Pathfinder thing, but I don't know if that's a 5e thing.
What, you want to do a bonus action as an action?
Yeah.
What are you trying to use as a bonus action?
Compel Duel.
What other bonus action you're attempting to do?
Shield of Faith.
I
Is Shield of Faith a
Oh, no.
cantrip?
Ooh, actually, never mind.
Because you can't cast
It is-
2 spells in the same turn unless one of those is a cantrip as a bonus action.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. All right, then I'll just cast Shield of Faith, and I will try, my friend. I will try to convince him of his folly. I will call out to Sareth, wherever he may be, and say, "You absolute fool! What are you doing, causing chaos and fighting in the order of a lawful god? Do you think your petty dispute is foolish? And you intend to disgrace yourself further in the eyes of the Duke of Thunder? Can I make an intimidation check?
Yes.
Right. 21.
Give me 1 second. My character sheets are breaking on me. All right, 21, you say?
Mm-hmm.
All right, he will beat it.
Rats. That was pretty good. Oh, and then I'll ask Maximilian to display invisibility, and that'll be my turn.
What did you say? You kind of cut out for me there for a second.
I'll say, Maximilian, can you dispel his invisibility? And that'll be my turn.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. Why is Nala a 24?
Am I supposed to be?
hack.
Am I not supposed to be in here?
No, I rolled for you because you weren't here.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
So
I
you got a
rolled
20.
myself, so.
All right. So Nyla and Maximilian, you don't have an action yet, but next turn you will. All right. So Sareth will put his hands together and wave a trident around and conjure lightning, which falls down to the ground where Volk and Damien are. And Maximilian, you remember how this works, but because everything is made out of iron, and iron is a great conductor of electricity, basically it acts like an area effect.
Interesting.
It kind of just turns a spell into fireball.
Do we get hit by it?
No, you do not. Of course, it would be great if the spell Lightning Bolt worked. In that case, I'll just have to manually do it.
Yeah,
Roll me
really,
dex saves, Volk and Damien.
All right.
it doesn't really work on my end either.
14. Rats. Damien, you get a +4.
All right, a 10. You both are taking the full... Oh, 14. All right, a 14 is still not high enough.
All right, rats.
You are both taking the full damage of 30 lightning damage. And Sareth will laugh and say, "You should know, Volk. I am more of the practical. A lot more better when actively doing things." Texas Red, it is your turn.
So technically, we can attack him because, according to the contract, the party will not willingly harm any devil unless ordered to by Dragatha the Superior, or they are attacked first by a devil of its own volition. Damien being part of the party, I am also part of. The party has been attacked by a devil. Correct?
Yeah, that would be correct.
Alrighty. You said we can sync him with disadvantage.
I'm sorry, what?
Did you? He's invisible, right?
Yeah, so you have disadvantage to hit.
Okay, but we know where he is, rather. So
Yes.
okay.
Want to make a bet for how long that'll last?
4 more days.
Now, if I use my, did I spend my true sight? I can't remember. Or
I don't.
I don't believe so.
I don't believe you used it.
Okay. Now, if I use True Sight, do I get advantage?
No, you
It
just don't have the
cancels out.
disadvantage.
Oh, that's what I meant. Sorry. So that would cancel it out, though.
Yes.
Okay, guys. You ready for the guns? I'm going to use True Sight.
All right.
We're going to start with a Walloping Ammo.
That's gonna hit.
See if he makes that save.
Makes the save.
Okay, we're going to do another Walloping Ammo to spend my last one.
And definitely make the save.
It's almost like he has a good confidence.
It's almost like he got a nat 20 on the last one.
Okay, and then I guess I should use fire bullets, right, guys?
Yeah,
Oh,
fireball.
God.
Okay.
And a 17 will miss.
Oh, rip. Well, I tried, guys.
You know, it was it's a solid effort.
Well, how high up did you say he was?
60
feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna get right up in his face. Movement of 35, but I'll spend a key point to dash up there. If possible, getting like right above him. And then just attack. So. Oh, yay. Attack. Okay.
You
okay.
also have disadvantage. It is invisible.
Well. So that one missed. Second one also missed.
At least it was 2 terrible rolls.
Yeah.
And yes, he managed to hold on with the getting shot. I just checked.
I'm just checking to see if Step of the Wind was.
Otherwise, if
No,
your
that's it.
action. Okay. I was gonna move on to Volk if just
Yeah,
while you
that's
looked.
it.
Volk, it is your turn. Damien, add a little wing icon to you. Or actually, I can do that for you.
Well, that one.
I will try to demoralize
That works.
via intimidation again. Your petty attacks do little and nothing. You put up more of a fight when you were back in the mortal realm. I have half the party and half the zeal I had then, and I'll still banish you back to hell. You don't stand a chance, so why don't you just run away, coward? Intimidation. 26.
All right. He keeps on matching you.
Damn it.
Real quick, that was a dex save, right?
Yeah, that was a dex save.
So would I be able to use evasion to half that damage?
Do you have that?
Yeah. 7th level
Uh,
monk.
Then I guess yes.
Hey, hey.
Nyla, it is your turn.
I am going to move my character here, and ready in action. If he becomes in range, I will shank him.
Okay, so you're on the ground, and if he goes on the ground near you, you're going to shank him.
Correct.
Okay, so you do remember that he is flying right now.
Correct.
Okay.
So are you
Maximilian.
gonna throw a dagger, or are you just waiting for him to get in melee?
If he gets in melee range.
All right, Maximilian, it is your turn.
I am going. Wait a second. I'm gonna use the spell magic on him.
All right, he is going to counterspell.
I'll counterspell as counterspell.
Are you within? Actually, wait.
You have to be within 60 feet. In order
I
to
am within
counterspell.
60 feet.
He has to
Yeah,
be
he
within
can't
60 feet.
counterspell.
Dang it.
But
I tried.
doesn't he have to be within 60 feet of Maximilian?
Okay. No, he has to be no. He can't do cast dispel or he can't do counterspell. But dispel magic has a larger range. However, you have to roll a check unless you're casting it at a higher level.
I guess I was casting at level 4.
All right, you automatically end the invisibility.
So when
Beautiful.
blasted.
All right, Damien. Let's see what I do to you.
Oh boy.
He will. Let's see. Sorry, checking to see if this is a bonus action or not. All right, Damien, you are in the air, and you know it'd be really funny
No.
if we flew around. If we flew so that you were between him and the ground and the party, but in a 5-foot radius somehow.
Yeah.
So now 70 feet above the ground.
Jeez, stop going up there.
And it'd be pretty funny
No.
if we attacked you 3 times. Your AC, it is a 18, correct?
Yeah.
That is 3 hits.
Oof.
All right.
Okay.
You are taking. So he stabs you with his trident twice, dealing a total of 27 damage, and then whips around and stabs you with its tail. You need to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Why is it always Constitution, Brian? Oh.
Rest in peace.
Fuck.
You immune to poison though, as a monk?
Is it a poison? Cause
It is not.
Rats.
is it a
Okay.
disease? I'm also immune to disease. Oh boy.
So you are dealt an infernal wound. It is called an infernal wound, so I'm assuming it's not a poison or a disease. You are going to be taking 3d6 hit points of damage.
Turn?
Yes, per turn. 16 damage.
Ouch.
In addition to the damage which apparently this didn't automatically deal, which is 9 damage from the tail itself.
Ah. Ouch. Hey guys, this guy really hurts.
Man, I really can't do anything against people who can fly. See, last time I fought him, he was inside. It wasn't really anywhere he could fly to.
Quick, Fortnite build a house.
Ooh, it's a good call.
Or you can let me carry you.
I
So-
would
an
Fortnite
option.
build a house. That seems safer than letting Nyla carry you.
Yeah, I'm like 60% sure it is, but I
Especially
might.
with a strength check. It's just going to be like, oh, Nyla, make a strength saving throw. If you fail, you drop Volk 60
Oh,
to the ground.
Okay,
Oh, I
Dakota, go to group 2 with me.
Oh boy, I'm in trouble, guys.
Good luck.
yeah, some sort of like weird gravity
Don't
spell.
you still have wild magic that's supposed to happen from your bend luck?
I forgot to roll for that last turn, so I do need to do that.
Where did the imp come from? Do I know?
You're
Not that area.
Yeah, so it's just here.
It's just been summoned here.
A little after the fact, but you want me to roll for my wild magic?
Yeah, roll for
Forgot
wild
about that.
magic.
I'm going to tell the imp to attack,
Do-do-do-do.
and I think that's my entire action. So I can't do anything else right now.
All right, Damien, it's your turn.
I tried to be a big clever guys. I was going to try and get a message to his second in command.
Uh,
Out in a fight.
Oh,
with
I'm sorry. Okay, I reread the rule. Melissa, you would have taken the the wound damage at the start of this turn.
Gotcha.
So right now it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, because I
Right
already
now-
took it.
Yeah, Damien already took it.
Okay. Does 18 hit?
An 18 will. Let me check. Yes, an 18 will hit.
Thank God. Stunning strike.
All right, what do you have to beat?
16.
Beats that
Fuck. On both of them?
on both of those.
Yeah.
Let me roll again. 16, you said?
16 DC, yeah.
All right. Yes, we'll beat that.
Fuck. Okay. And then I will spend another key point to do Step of the Wind to disengage, and I will fly back down.
Okay. Are you on the ground or are you in the air still?
I will be 5 feet off the ground, right next to Volk.
All right. Volk, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna use my action to heal myself. 30 points. Oh, I guess I'll just continue to insult him. I'll say, you coward can't even come down here and engage me. You sit up there in your haunty wings. You look stupid. You're an idiot, and you can't even fight me on like a real devil would. I fought demons with more bravery than you. And that's Folk's turn.
All right, Nyla.
Nyla will fly about 20 feet in the air and move right here. And I'll ready an action. If he comes in within striking range, I will shank him.
All right. We're gonna have a lot of flyers. Let me. Okay, red number is going to be how high you are. There you go.
Okay.
Maximilian, what are you doing?
So this is more of a curious thing at the moment. Can I use my new meta magic?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, I guess I'll add y'all. Give me a second.
Yeah, Jial's vital for this fight.
Yes,
We talking about
Gial and his entire. Oh no,
Dude,
he does have a
he's got
10
reach.
foot reach. He
Yeah.
does have a 10-foot reach.
Here and cast fly on Volk with distance spell.
Wow, I want to be the very best.
Bum, bum.
All right.
So you can fly now, Ben.
Excellent.
You gain a flying speed of 60 feet for the duration.
That is here.
And I need to roll.
Oh yeah.
20.
Roll for wild magic. Nope. All right. Sareth is going to.
Is Call Lightning a concentration spell?
Okay, Sareth's going to cast a spell on itself. And then to fly down to Volk and attack.
Whoa. Whack.
I'll take a Sentinel Strike at him.
Did he happen to get within range?
Do you have a
as well?
10-foot range?
He's 10 feet away and still hitting?
He's got a trident, which is a long stick with a pokey end.
Well, never mind.
I believe it has.
And he turns around and smacks at Volk. What is your AC right now? 21?
23.
23. Axe will hit.
Right.
And also, will proceed to fly back up.
Correct.
So he's now
He just
50 feet up.
thinks he's in range, man.
Correct.
Texas Red, it's your turn.
Okay. Oh boy.
That's a crit. That's a crit fail. Okay.
Oof.
You dropped your weapon.
Can I use my bonus action to pick it up?
Sure.
Do I get to fire 2 more times or no?
You get another attack with your action, don't you? So I will allow it. It's not like anyone's in range to do anything to your gun anyway. Alright, 23. A 23 will hit.
Not doing any silver damage yet?
Whoever's just there to know if they are silver bullets
Ah.
or Batorian steel.
Alright, Damien, it's your turn.
Oh, my imp. Can't just summon my imp and have it do nothing.
Oh, alright. Let me open up Imp.
Doesn't even have the character sheet for my companion open.
No, I don't.
Your companion's been with us for so long. I can't believe he hasn't done that.
I know he's a critical member of the party.
Alright, Imp will move at its maximum speed of 40. And will go invisible. The Imp is still technically visible, but has advantage on hitting things.
Whack.
Volk, it's your turn.
All right.
I thought it was my turn.
It's definitely Damien's turn.
Damien. Who needs Damien?
I'll allow it.
Oh, okay. Well, if Volk allows it, then Damien, you can go.
I'll go up and chuck a dagger at him.
Alright, roll to hit.
Woo!
Ooh, nice.
That will hit. Is it just a Batorian dagger?
Yep. That's
Alright,
it.
that will do a whopping 6 damage.
Fuck. Even though it's... Oh, no. It's Praetorian. Okay, well...
Even some devils are like the same thing.
And then I'll... fucking...
You congrats, you managed to make me mess up and set his health to 6.
Nice. All right, he's almost. We got him. On
Alright,
the road.
guys, we got this. Nyla, finish him... Volk, finish him off. No. Okay. How high up was he?
50.
Fuck. Okay. I'll throw my tail club at him too. I tried. I'll fly back down and again, like 5 feet right next to Volk. Try to get between him and Volk though a little bit, and then key point to defensive stance or whatever it's called.
Boost your
Patient defense.
Alright.
No,
So
it gives him disadvantage to
set
hit
how
me.
high you are. Set how high you are.
Oh.
Volk, it's your turn.
All right, Volk is going to fly up next to him. Now,
Alright.
I am fly token now.
How much damage did I take from that infernal wound?
Oh, yep. 3d6.
None, because he forgot about it.
Hey, I'm
And
feeling better. Oh,
14.
I am not feeling better. I am really not feeling better.
Right, I'm gonna make an attack.
Alright, make an attack.
21.
That is a miss.
Freaking miss. Ah, man, this guy's a real jerk. Yeah, both misses.
Nyla, it is your turn.
How tall up is he?
50 feet.
All right, so I want to move so that I am at least 5 feet away from Volk. And I'm sorry. At least 5 feet away from Volk and within striking distance of him. I'm gonna
Alright.
shank him.
That is a hit.
Second attack. 20 hit.
A 20 will not hit.
How did Damien's 18 not
Because he cast a spell on himself.
Oh, okay.
I assume the spell buffs his AC, much like it's like Shield of Faith, but reverse.
And I'm going to tell him, as I'm shanking him, you failed the Duke. You must be punished.
Man,
I
really?
won't go as easy.
Alright, so just so everybody knows, I'm going to be setting new rules for counterspell and dispel magic.
Yeah.
I will not be telling you what spells the opponent is casting unless it directly deals damage to you. But if you cast dispel magic or counterspell, or if you so choose, you can you can ask what spell it is by rolling an Arcana check, and the opponent will have to do the same in order to figure out what you're doing. So basically, you will have to figure out. It basically gives Arcana a use in this game. So basically, if you have the ability to counterspell, you can ask if you can ask to do a Arcana check. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Gial's gonna do his world famous moving 50 feet in the right direction.
Classic Gial.
How high are you, Damien?
10 feet.
Okay.
All right, Maximilian, it's your turn.
High as hell.
I'm shooting a lightning bolt at level 5.
All right.
He just makes a deck save.
Okay. Deck save. Where does he have to be?
17.
17. That is a hit. And that is full damage.
Should I do this right quick? Oh yeah, I don't have that one. This lightning bolt's stupid. Let me just roll it.
Holy shit. 10d6.
All right. It's in the air, so and nobody. Oh wait, no, Gial's right there.
He's up in the air though. I'm angling it. Just a 5-foot beam.
It's a curved.
Yeah. Yes, but the ground is iron.
Sorry, Gial.
Damn.
All right, Gial has to make a dexterity save.
Dude, Gial's really great at those. He also has a +4 to it.
He does
Are
not
you
because he's
within
low in the
10
air.
feet?
Rats. I don't know. We're all at different elevations.
Gial makes it.
Hey.
Gial tucks and rolls. I'm gonna say it's enough of a distance that it's no damage.
Classic Gial.
You
What
can do
an
it, Gial.
MVP.
All right, Serast.
Keep it up, nerd.
First action. Volk. We're gonna
Yep.
cast Dispel Magic on you.
What a jerk.
So you're falling 50 feet.
Rats.
You could counterspell it.
Oh yeah, totally counterspell that.
All right, we'll counterspell the counterspell.
Right. Straight
Not
up.
too far away to counterspell the counterspell. The counterspell.
All right, so Volk, you're falling 50 feet.
Yep.
So that is 13 damage,
Ouch.
and you are prone.
Try hitting me with ranged attacks now, nerd.
And Nyla. We're
Can
gonna-
counterspell a counterspell? I guess he probably can.
It's a reaction, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, but you can't
Yeah.
counterspell.
Actually, you can.
I'm
No,
just too
Yeah,
far
because
away
but-
that
to
would be
counterspell it.
casting multiple.
Yes, you individually can't.
But
Someone
multiple
else
people can chain it.
Because
Yes.
he's 50 feet in the air, right?
Yes.
So distance-wise, I'm further than.
Yeah, you're too far away.
But I can distance spell and counterspell as counterspell.
Ooh.
Can I use? I can use that on a reaction, right? Yeah, should be able to.
It's a spell, isn't it?
Well, it's just when you cast a spell, isn't it? Like-
That was for earlier.
So I'm still flying?
I guess you are.
Excellent.
You only get one of those from me.
Well, hey, it's made him use up two third level spells.
Can't physically do it again.
How does casting spells work if he's within melee range of me? Does he have disadvantage?
No, there is a feat for that.
Oh, okay. Of course, this guy has feats.
No, there's a feat you require for that.
It's like Warcaster or something, isn't it?
Mage Slayer.
Mage Slayer.
Opposite of
This guy
Warcaster.
Mage Slayer.
No, you would need to have Mage Slayer.
Oh, I should get that. I should buy both.
All right, and all right, Nyla. You're taking 2 hits.
I'll have the highest one.
All right. The highest one actually was a crit. So in total, you will 26 damage.
Do you have Crisp turned on by chance?
I do not. That was my finger rubbing against the mic.
No. So you should probably turn on Crisp, because that means we probably won't be able to hear the dog barking in the background then.
All right, and Sareth will fly 120 feet upwards.
Dude, stop flying.
I think I have enough. So
Then turn it
Do
on.
they get attacks of opportunity against
no,
him?
I did. It's
Not
not
unless they've
Christmas.
got. Oh yes, they get attack of opportunity on against him.
Oh, sweet. I'm gonna hit him with my hammer. $21.
That is a miss.
Rats.
Nyla, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
You
Yes,
get an
bro.
attack of opportunity.
I get an attack of opportunity on him.
Yep.
I don't know why that's
That is
good
a
there.
17. That is a miss. All right, Texas Red. What is your range?
Base is 60 times 1.5 for the scope being active, so 90 base.
All right. He is 170 feet up. I don't know if you can hit that.
I can with disadvantage because my gun tops out at like 200 and some. Yeah,
I
my
really
gun.
don't want to have to do math.
Triangle math.
Wait, so is this what they told me the Pythagorean theorem would help me out in school?
Yes.
Yep.
It's for D&D.
However, D&D is non-Euclidean, so it doesn't matter.
I don't see any Lovecraftian horrors here.
Just want me to fire with disadvantage, I take it?
Well, I'm seeing if you can even hit.
It
Should be able to.
Hey, what do you want me to do for that? I didn't roll my counterspell.
Yes, you were able to hit.
Okay. Just for insurance purposes.
I thought it was a 1 was wild magic.
I'm sorry, why are you rolling wild magic?
Counterspell?
I didn't roll it for that counterspell. That's a nat 20.
All right, let's see what happens with the nat 20.
Oh, listen to that too much right now.
The caster can only speak in beast speech for 24 hours. All right, so you can only grunt and make like monkey noises or something. I don't know.
Be lizard sounds because he's a
Okay. The 24 hits. Actually, wait, this is disadvantage. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that is disadvantage. All right, 9 damage.
Ooh. Go, imp.
All right, Texas Red. Oh no, that was your turn. Damien, it's your turn.
What the imp, Brian?
The imp
Oh.
cannot possibly get 170 feet up in this turn, but we'll try.
I'm gonna fly up just below Volk and be like, do you know anything about his tail attack? Because this really doesn't feel good, man.
Oh yeah, Damien, roll me a 3d6. Actually, I'll just. All right, 7 damage. You somehow lived this turn.
Oh my goodness, Damien. You gonna go unconscious?
Yep.
Oh,
So,
Fall to the ground.
what's up with this thing? You have any experience with this? Cause, don't feel too good.
Brian, is there any check I can roll to see what I remember?
Roll me religion with advantage because you've encountered this character before.
Okay.
All right. This is a destructive. It is a necrotic force in the that horned devils possess. However, it can be cured with a successfully high enough medicine check, or by giving it by let's see, or if it receives magical healing.
Oh, great! I'm just gonna slap myself with the Infurion touch. Cause I do not feel great.
And it would be an action to do so. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
How,
Volk, it
wait,
is your turn.
how high up is Volk right now?
50.
Okay.
All right, Volk, what are you doing?
Okay. If said he flew up to he's at 170 feet now.
Yep.
I mean, like, I'll just try another intimidation check. I'll call out to him. I'll fly a bit lower to the ground and say, "Is this all you can do? Is this all you can do? Is run away, get away, further away? You haven't done anything of import. Your long-lasting grudge will be unfulfilled yet again. When really
Roll,
have any
roll.
reason to,
Sorry. Continue.
when it really didn't have any reason to exist in the first place. Our quarrel was dead when we both went to hell. This is all on you. The reason we're doing this pain and causing this suffering towards you, it's all your fault."
All right, roll me with disadvantage because you're basically shouting this over like a football field kind of thing.
14.
14. That does not seem to do anything.
I got my thoughts out there.
All right. Nyla, what are you doing?
2d4 plus 2 healing potion.
All right, that's 5.
That's it.
2d4 plus 2, so that's 7, sorry.
Yes.
Gial just looks up and shrugs. Maximilian, what are you doing?
He's 170 feet up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Fly on myself. And fly
Okay.
up 60 feet.
Is fly concentration?
I guess it is.
Okay, I am not going to do that.
You can cast it at a higher level, right?
No.
I mean, yes, but I don't think it would transfer to you. Also, it'd be two separate spells.
Can't you target?
Oh, and if you cast a spell as a 4th level or higher, you can target 1 additional creature for each spell slot above 3rd.
But I'd have to recast it on Ben, right?
Yeah, you have to recast the spell as a 4th level spell to
Yeah, I'd have to touch
cast
event.
it on
That's
yourself and Volk.
not a great situation.
Also, you couldn't have cast it on Volk anyway. It's a range of touch.
I used
Use distance.
I used my distance spell thing, which limits touch spells range 30 feet.
All right.
But I cannot do that anymore. So I am going, I guess, ready a spell in case he comes close to me? Or within range?
All right. Sereth will fly up another few feet. And hey, look, a lot of people are all kind of grouped up right here.
Yep.
How high up is he?
230.
Jesus Christ.
130 feet, you said?
230.
230, gotcha.
Let's cast it on these two.
Rude.
Where's
So,
these two?
Ice Storm. An ice storm will appear, and everybody in there needs to make a dexterity saving throw. So Maximilian and Texas Red. All right, Maximilian, you failed. Texas Red, you succeeded. You are going to take half this, Texas Red. Maximilian, you're going to need to roll a concentration check to make sure that Volk doesn't fall.
Texas, do you have resistance to cold?
You're
Also,
safe.
real quick, if I'm 5 feet under Volk, would I be able to at least have like a reaction to try to help him?
Are you? You're 10 feet away.
Oh, gotcha.
But Gial
Well,
can
because like
attempt to.
I tried getting like next to him, but Gial was right there.
Oh, then you could have moved right there.
Oh, gotcha. And
I
can only move up to 45 because I was 10 feet and I only have a 35-foot fly speed.
Okay. Let's see. So Texas Red, you will be taking.
I have resistance also to cold.
Yeah, you have resistance. I'm trying to calculate that. Unfortunately, I did not roll it.
Damage.
So 9 halved and half. So 1/4 of 9. So 2 damage. Or no, yeah. 2 damage, Texas Red, from the bludgeoning, and 5 damage from the cold. While Maximilian, you're taking the full 29, and then you need to roll a concentration check.
I did. That's the 19. Yeah.
19. All right. All right, and half the damage received is a 14, so that means you manage to keep concentration. Also, the area is difficult terrain. Texas Red, it is your turn.
Go disadvantage shots. I'm going to move towards a bird.
Just so you know, this is not a permanent effect. It just fell down, so now this area is just frozen over.
Okay. So 10 to move out would be 20 feet, right? Technically, because it's rough terrain.
Yep. Unless you wanted to move to the left, which would just take 10.
Okay, so I can move 25 total feet then?
Yes.
Okay. That is my turn.
All right. Damien, your turn.
I'm gonna send out a message telepathically to whoever's within 60 feet of me, which I think is just Volk, Gial, and Nyla, but saying, hey, I think we should like pull back. and I will drop down to the ground.
You sure you want to go on the ground?
I will drop down to about 5 feet above the ground. And move over here just a little bit.
All right, Volk, it's your turn.
I'll also back down. Go right here. Actually, right there. And just, I don't know, stare at him with contempt, I guess.
All right, Nyla.
Actually, I will start casting a spell.
All right.
It is 1 minute. It takes 1 minute to cast.
All right.
I'm
Nyla.
going to fly in front of Volk, so if you were to fling something at him, I'll be able to take the brunt of it.
All right. Maximilian.
I'm going to over here. And he is out of my range.
All right. Sorry, I'm trying to debate whether to continue fighting or just to end it.
Have him shake his fist, fly off into the distance.
Sure. He'll shake his fist and fly off into the distance at quick speeds, ending the fight.
Huh.
Alright, before he comes back, we need to, like, hide. Like, find somewhere to hide so he doesn't find us. And take a long rest, like, immediately.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, let's go back to our find an inn. Sorry about that, guys. I really thought he'd be more understanding, like Texas Red. Like Texas Red, if I put my life on the line and attempted to save you from the Duke's punishment, would you still come after me with a vengeful vendetta?
Yes.
All right.
Fair enough.
Sense.
You asked. Just telling you how it works.
You just can't win with these devil guys.
All right. So, with that, you are in. It is remarkably much quieter, except for the uncomfortable cawings of the giant crows.
Cowo.
You did release your poor. You did release Crow, right?
Yeah,
Damien?
yeah.
Okay.
You mean we could have trained him? He would have evolved into be a metal crow.
I mean, hearing the cawing of the big metal birds, it makes Damien remember back fondly to approximately, like, an hour ago when he still had Crow. And he still had the majority of his hit points. That was a good time.
We all had fun.
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here before he comes back.
I agree.
Well,
You have nothing to gain from fighting him.
what was it?
So we have nothing to gain from fighting him.
Yeah, no, that's... Yeah.
Besides killing a devil.
I mean, we could kill as many devils as... I guess that's not really true. Also, does your contract still... Like, if we encounter him again, will you still be able to...
I mean, technically, yes, because he attacked us first, so we're just...
Yes,
At any
that's
moment we could. However, I think it would be looked down, frowned upon.
Look, I mean, he's just a banished devil. It's not like he has really any standing. He's been kicked. Well, theoretically, he should be sent to the front lines to fight demons now.
Yeah.
Texas Red, what happens if he doesn't report to his superior? Are devils allowed to go rogue?
Technically, yeah. I mean, we've made people go rogue before. In fact, they're still going rogue, I'm assuming, looking to kill us. Something about falling into a river and being deemed incompetent. Happens.
Well, let's go to an inn and all reminisce about these all the various people trying to kill us.
I agree.
The Duke of Thunder would be proud.
Well, I don't know if he'd be proud, but he wouldn't be super disappointed.
All right. So where are you going, or what are you doing?
We're
Finding
probably
an
going to go
inn,
to the
taking
town
a long
beneath
rest.
of the
All right.
Yeah.
But where are you taking a long rest?
Had an
probably
inn.
the inn we were at before. I would assume, right?
All right. Yes, you can walk down the crowded streets of Resounding Thunder. The places are still more expensive than you would like. Nyla and Damien and Texas Red attempt to not look at themselves on their own wanted posters.
I mean, how many of
And
our wanted posters are actually around, though?
there's a few. I mean, they are also outdated. So this is like this is back when Texas Red was still a human, and Nyla
Wait, you were
wasn't.
human?
Nyla
Yeah.
wasn't a fucked up whatever this thing is that she's become now.
I didn't have wings on both my ears and my back.
So yeah, you could pretty much.
Can I find some of those wanted? I just want to take them, just for
I think
memorabilia.
you already have a copy of them
Okay.
because I think.
Well, I know I
Maximilian
have a paper
one.
crown made of random wanted posters, but I didn't know if I had like an actual copy
But
of ours.
just to be sure, you can have yourself a copy of one.
Yay.
All right.
So yes, it will cost you. I'm gonna say 5 silver each. So that will be a total of 3 gold.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a good nap.
Yep.
All right. And Volk is dead. I'm kidding.
Oh,
Actually,
darn.
during this long rest, I would like to read through the rest book of grudges to see what names I can commit to memory from there.
Yes. Okay. You will recognize. You recognize the rest of the planar police first off.
Nice. My old crew.
You do recognize a few townsfolk from where the incident occurred, but beyond the names of townsfolk and the planar police, you don't recognize any names.
Any devil names on there?
Any devil names? There are some names, but without context, they mean nothing to you.
All right. Just good to know.
Now you can tell that they're devil names because they're the ones that are crazy. And you got Jimba, and then you got Gargastool.
I mean, that could be dwarf though. Like.
Yeah, it could be.
Let's be real.
That's true.
Jim Bob could be a devil.
Yes.
You never know.
And Zargan and
Classic devil name, Zargan.
I know like 3 Zargans.
and you see a Ken.
Yeah, this
You're not
Sounds
quite
like
sure.
an asshole name.
he seems to be all right, you know. Yeah, feel.
All right. You wake up. You hear the sounds of thunder overhead as the cloud has activity. You hear the sounds of citygoers in the streets as the shopkeepers try to loudly call out, trying to sell their wares. You hear the sounds of some fireworks going off for some reason. It is quite a noisy alarm. But you get your full 8 hours.
Does it seem like this is abnormal, or is this business as usual?
This is business as usual.
Okay. Interesting. Well, should we go back to the car?
Yeah. Because they have the corpse collectors on that cube, right?
On which cube?
The one with our
you know
car.
What? Okay, who put Dad? Why is Dad here at Reichertmerk? Anyway, yes. So this cube right here was the cube that connected to the river Styx. Corpse collectors.
Yes.
Did you find any information about corpse collectors? Did any of you bother doing that?
Did at one point.
All right. Somebody roll me planar knowledge or knowledge religion.
I can assist somebody at roll religion.
I'll roll religion, but I will not take the effect.
Why?
Okay, so you're getting assisted. Okay, but you're not getting assisted. Okay.
Why would you not?
15. All right, so corpse collectors, as the name implies, walk around collecting corpses. You will find such things in locations where there are corpses to collect. So Reichertmerk, for instance, really didn't have any major battles going on, but there are other cubes, like the one of the
I can think
Great
of one.
War that has them. Otherwise, any cubes with body counts pretty much will have them.
Let's go to the one with goblins and orcs fighting each other.
Yep.
Like a pretty solid place to find some bodies.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the plan right now? What's the party doing? Because now that I'm kind of free, what's the party doing?
Well, let's go get a corpse collector real quick. Bring it back to the car, and then
By
We
that
just-
time, we should be able
Yeah.
to go back to Bator.
By the way, Nyla seems to be kind of lost in thought. She won't really respond to people.
Okay.
How does she respond to Damien every once in a while, just like throwing food?
The party wants a corpse collector, which is what they were sent here for, and that's why they need bodies.
Okay. I mean, I do know a place where we might be able to find the corpse collector. Is corpse collectors mostly for humans, elves, or it can be any species, really?
So, in addition with that role, I will say that a corpse collector is a large-sized construct. It is like a machine designed to collect bodies.
And it's any kind of body, right? It could be orcs, it could be goblins.
You don't know of any speciality.
I know where there could be a bunch of bodies. Which cube would be the one where I went originally with the orcs and goblins?
You went to Clangor, which is basically the afterlife, the base afterlife for goblins and goblinoids.
And I do know that there's an ongoing war there, correct?
Sometimes.
I'm sorry. Did
I
I just
could just quickly
talk into
suggest it.
myself?
Yes, you have. I did not hear you talk at all. What are you going to say?
I mentioned that Damien and I, when we originally arrived, we were in the middle of a war between goblins and orcs, so we could go back to that cube.
Were we?
Yeah, remember with the
I thought we were on a cube that's like, hey, you can go to that cube, and that cube is in the middle of a war, and if you help those guys out, then I'll give
And
you
where
a
did the
ride
giant
to...
pile of bodies come from?
I thought that was just like an anthill. Like there were a bunch of
The,
like
the
ant
red caps were
creatures.
in the bodies. Remember that?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
you did show up, and there were a bunch of red caps chilling in like a pile of bodies.
Was that the cube of the war? Or was that the...
There are many cubes. This is an infinite in all directions are cubes. There is just one that is the home ground of the war.
Alright, well, let's roll the cubes and see what we get.
Jump off the cube.
It could have been a staging off point, or a part where it had branched off, but it did not seem to be. You did not see any actual fighting on that spot.
Okay.
One less party member. I'm down. Let's go and get rid of the. Let's go back to having an all evil party.
No!
All right. So, you will of course have to buy a bird, or not buy a bird, rent a bird or buy one, to fly you over to that cube. Alternatively, you can also go and collect supplies if you so wish, and then go on bird. It's up to you what you want to do.
I would like to go grab some potions.
Yeah.
Texas Red, how are we supposed to buy this thing? Are we getting...
I thought we were just supposed to like capture one.
Yeah. We'll work that out later. We have soul coins. And
Well, but like if it's a construct or something, we might just be able to like talk to it and be like, "Yo, I know a place where you can collect a lot of corpses. It's in Bator." Just like convince it to come with us.
what?
We're gonna get it from cube to cube.
Out later.
I feel like we should figure that out before.
Yeah,
Or
like
we-
depending on how big it is and how heavy it is, these birds might not be able to carry it very easily.
We'll just talk to multiple birds.
Alright.
If I use message, can I speak to people?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, you can write stuff down.
It's true.
Well, by the time we're actually, because we went back to the island, the Resounding Thunder Cube, basically. We took a long rest.
And that thing has not been 24 hours, though.
Oh, yeah.
But then we're flying to a different cube.
I mean, fuck,
Yeah,
the cube thing.
we still have yet to decide which cube we're gonna fly to. Are we gonna fly to Klangor, or are we gonna fly to the one with the orcs?
We could ask around, like, what's this cube and what's this cube? Who knows? Maybe there's war going on in one of these cubes, and we could have found it faster.
Well, the mercenaries would know.
Exactly.
You could also ask the innkeep. They always know. Always. Yeah, so I guess I'll just go and ask the innkeep. You perchance know where the current, which cubes the wars are being fought on right now?
Which war?
Let's go for the largest.
I'm sorry, I just reached a internet death. What do you say?
The largest war.
Largest war? Well, that would probably be the war between the orcs and goblins. Is the only one that's kept forever.
And which cube is the main battleground right now?
Istvahan. Say, it's the biggest one.
And that's where the goblins are?
It's where both are. Isfahan has an interesting orbit. It crashes both into Clangor and Nishrek.
I assume the respective.
Sorry, newcomers, right? Clangor is the home of the. It's the base
Goblins.
afterlife for the goblins. Nishrek is same but for orcs.
Interesting.
And whenever Istvarhan clashes into one of those two cubes, the armies and armies of whatever type is on that cube reinforce their own ranks and join in the battle. Happens every aids, and then the battles jump up in severity again. Just gotta make sure you're not on the face that crashes in, am I right?
Oh, yes, of course. I understand cube humor.
Real quick, you kind of cut out when you said how often it happens. How many days?
Well, typically it's about a decade is when it crashes into either one, but
Gotcha.
doesn't mean it doesn't crash into other cubes on the way.
Which cube did it last crash into by chance?
Which cube did it last crash into?
Out of Clangor and Nishruk.
Ah, yes. The last one of those two specifically would be Nishrek. It's been a few years now. Maybe 2, maybe 3. Could hear the screaming of the orcs all the way over from here.
Yeah, that sounds like hell. Let's go to Clangor, right, guys? Yeah?
Tyler won't
We need to
respond.
go to Ishvarhand.
Alright, Nyla. Pay attention. Fight orcs. Fight goblins. Say nothing if you want to fight goblins. Or, if you want to fight orcs.
I'll breathe.
Alright, goblins it is.
I mean, why do we have to fight one? Why don't we just show up, find a collector, hire it somehow, and move on with our lives?
Well, I mean, if it's a cube that's embroiled in war, and I'm pretty sure the general populace of both of those species is typically aggressive.
Oh, geez, making generalizations here. It's just in.
Yes.
Damien, racist.
Yes, I am.
Big goblin hater.
Oh no, it's not the goblins, it's the orcs.
Yeah, I used to know this really nice goblin.
I mean,
He made the best health potions.
fuck, Giol's a goblin. I like goblins. Goblins are fine. Orcs, not so much.
I'm sorry, but that name is taboo in goblin culture.
Wow. Well, typically, if we want to, we would have to fight the orcs. We would have to. Are you saying we would enlist to help the goblins?
Or at least, like, when we show up, we could choose a side that would be like, hey, not gonna fight you. If you want us to help fight. We probably won't, but, like, we might.
Be washy, but
Yeah.
I understand the point. I suppose things. Yes, ideally we wouldn't have to fight either side, but if we had to choose, we're going to ally ourselves with the goblins.
Yes.
Mostly based on Gial 100% being a goblin
Sure.
and him giving goblins a really good name.
Yep, definitely that, and not the fact that, again, hate orcs. Just burning passion.
Orcs.
What'd you say?
Why? Why do you hate orcs?
Oh, yeah, you weren't around when we had
I'm
to
going-
relive my death and the death of my wife, and the death of my daughter due to an orc raid. Yeah, I hate orcs. So. What was that, Nyla?
Never mind.
All right. Magic metal birds. Maximilian, what do you say? Maximilian?
I mean, you can.
Are
Uh,
you all right?
I'll pull out some of the extra papers and pencil that I have and just be like, just write it down.
Maybe this is just a Maximilian thing. Do you just meow now?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is Maximilian writing stuff down, or?
Maximilian, you can write down normally. I don't even.
Like-
I assume you're going to ask me the question. You can write down normally. Yes. It just says speak.
Okay. You can write out meow.
Would
Meow.
anyone be opposed before we get the metal birds if we
Me.
can go get some health potions?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we can do that.
Peachy.
Or
We might have more if somebody didn't try and kill, a witness that we had to use them on.
I'm just going to ignore it. Still kind of look a little bit in my thoughts.
You can avoid your past, Nyla. We won't let you. Don't worry.
I don't think she's trying to avoid her past. I think she's kind of worried
Shell-shocked?
more about the future.
Nyla is more so like lost in her thoughts. If Damien were to talk to Nyla, Nyla would say something along the lines of, "I'm reflecting." Just
Recent
thinking of the past,
events, farther
by the way,
back events.
Matt, did you see that I added the devotion thing?
I did not.
All right, check that out.
Where would I find that?
It's in the devotions document.
Oceans document. All right, thank you.
Just so you know what to do and what your god is for and against and whatnot.
Okay.
Why did you do this to me?
Because
Ben,
it's
I
fun.
assume you wrote this?
what? Which part? Is Varhammer? Is Varhand?
Oh yeah, you guys are all back together, so let me just there you go.
What'd you do?
Wait, didn't you say Isvarhan was one of the largest cubes?
No, it's one of the largest battlefields.
Oh, okay.
Assuming that one is Nishtuk then.
Yes, you did get that pointed out. I can write that in there for you. Nishrek.
Right. Let's go shopping for some potions. Watch out for horn devils. They could still be prowling.
All right, as you walk down the streets, you hear a cheery music. Sounds familiar from a franchise that I will not mention. And as you enter, you see that there is a shopkeep who looks to be human. You see several ornaments around that are reminiscent of the holy symbols that you saw in the palace. And the shopkeeper looks up at you and says, "What can I do you for?"
Nyla?
We are looking for some health potions. What do you have, sir?
Health potions. I've got health potions. I've got regular health potions, greater health potions, superior health potions, weird health potions. What do you want?
I'm intrigued about the weird health potions.
Same.
Well,
Tell me a bit more.
Some folk like a bit of a little bit of more of an herbal version of a health potion. Not a little less of the magic, a little bit more of the natural. Unfortunately, it doesn't sit right with some people.
Can I sample one?
Absolutely not.
Could I sample one for a discounted price? And I might buy some more if I like it.
Very well.
Also, do we want to sell the plate mail, the shield, and the quarterstaff?
What does the shield do?
It's just a regular shield.
All right, give me
We also have
10
Metaplex
gold,
and
and I'll get
Metabeak.
you a bit of a sample.
How much for the sample?
10.
Gold?
Yep.
I can do that. And I will deduct that from the party money.
Jesus.
You deduct it for your.
It's a check.
It's a trap.
No,
insight.
I'm doing an insight check because like 10 gold
Just
seems like a lot for a sample of a health potion.
You get the impression that he probably doesn't want to give out free samples of a very useful potion. And so he's jacked up the price more than it ought to be in order to discourage it.
I think you've jacked up the price more than it ought to be in order to discourage this type of behavior.
I think you have done insert text.
We'll give
So
you
you-
7 gold for the sample.
I mean, hey, if you don't want the sample for the price, I don't have to give it to you. You could just take a regular health potion.
Then we will find our business elsewhere, and I will start walking out the door.
Oh shit, I wasn't expecting that. Alright, follow Nyla out the door.
Alright, have a nice day, I guess.
Goodbye! Thank you for your business.
All right, we will go to a different trader.
Alright, you walk 10 feet in one direction, and then 10 feet in a different direction, and it's like the entire map has changed somehow.
Whoa!
Wow. We just
The store looks. The store has a surprisingly similar music going on in the background, but it's a completely different shopkeeper for some reason. They're wearing a blue hat as opposed to the other one who wasn't wearing a hat at all.
Fantasy Costco,
You have
where
insight
bad
your
vibes.
dreams come true. Got a deal for you.
I will insight to see if it's the same guy.
It's
Cool.
not the same guy. It's a joke.
Not
Can we get a vibe check?
You may attempt vibe check.
Alright, vibe check.
Vibe is
check
weird.
with Fireball.
11. What am I getting?
You're getting a solid 11 out of 20 on this vibe. Kind of a middle of the ground.
A little bit above average.
Yeah,
Alright.
I can deal with this.
What's a 27? Because it can go up to 27. You don't want to know. It's the forbidden vibe.
greater healing potions. How much?
Why is not Roll20 D&D Beyond useless when it comes to pricing on things?
Good question.
Say
25 gold for a regular potion of healing.
yeah, that's true. 25 gold for regular potion of healing. You said greater. All right, that'd be
Yes.
50 per.
And greater is 4d4 plus 4?
Yep.
What's superior?
8d4 plus 8, so that'd be 100.
I like the superior, guys. But we need money for the birds.
Mm-hmm.
Should we just get 2 graders maybe for the party? Each maybe?
Well, I think we need a little bit less, because now you can be healed by me. That means you have additional health points available to you.
I'm aware. I'm thinking of how I should progress.
But yeah, I think two graders isn't bad. Is a good place we should be at.
How about 1 superior, 1 greater? Or how about 3 graders? I'm trying to think of everyone in the party who doesn't have self-healing.
I lied. Standard healing potion is 50 gold.
Yes, I know, but
Oh.
we were like, that's way too expensive.
Oh, gotcha.
Inflation.
Sorry, I said that. Oh wow, that's way too expensive.
Okay.
And
Thank
guess
you,
who
Hawk.
gets to set the prices? That's right, me, the tyrannical dictator that runs this game.
Do we want to get
Well, the
2 of the greater?
Maximilian, nod your head if you have any healing potions.
Well, we already have 5 greater in the party stash.
Yeah, I know I have 2 just standard healing potions on me.
I have 3 4d4 ones.
Greater.
So let's just do 2 greater.
How many
All
people?
right.
It's me, same prophet, Max. How about 3 so each one of us who doesn't have self healing can have one?
Yeah, but Texas Red has 3 of them on him.
Well, Texas Red has 3. We have 5 in the thing. So, do we want to give 2 to Nyla and 2 to Max, and then that last one we can keep in the vehicle? Just so if we ever have
Keep
another,
with GL, you mean?
so if we ever have another like vehicle attack or something like that, someone who really needs one just can have it on hand.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Okay.
So 2 graders for me and Max.
All right. Subtract the gold. In which case, that would be 100 gold.
Goodbye, so cold.
You laughed. You laughed.
Incorrect. All right.
What?
Now that we have everything we need, say let's go to the giant birds.
Unless anybody else
Alright.
has anything else they want to do or get.
Yes, there are bounty boards. Oh, speaking of things with prices and whatnot, Texas Red, jump into group 2. I have to tell you what your contracts say.
Maximilian, this sure was a wild ride. What do you have to say? Crazy.
Classic
So you're-
Maximilian.
With giving us You're okay with giving wait, what's that boy? What did you say? Little Timmy? Fell down a well. Oh no. Quick, Damien, we have to save him.
That's the only,
Which
like,
well?
ones I think I can do well. I was trying to get like more of a lizard or like kind of dragon based brawl, and I'm like, yeah, this just sounds stupid. I won't be a cat.
Let's do just hiss.
Just something stupid like that, yeah.
And does that bring back memories?
I don't remember which ones it should be bringing back, but it definitely brings back something.
Something Nate related.
I figured.
He does like to hiss at people a lot.
Oh yeah, he is a hisser.
And how about that? Does this bring back some flashbacks?
I was thinking about the time. Yeah.
We shanked you into a corner and made you cry.
No. Well, first of all,
Yes, you did.
second of all, I was teamed up on 2-1.
Yes, you were. Never said it was fair fight.
With honorable combat, I would have been just fine.
Dude, do you know where I haven't been in a long time?
The grumpy troll.
A Denny's.
Sir, this is a Denny's.
Or IHOP or whatever one we went to.
Melissa, you know where I haven't been in a while? Perkins.
Texas. Arby's.
Perkins, I said. Perkins.
Oh.
You and Salim gonna head over to Perkins soon?
Perkins
I'm thinking
is-
about it.
Perkins is pretty good.
All
You said
right,
you
but
got an appointment, right,
let's
folks?
try to stay on
Pardon?
topic for the next
Never mind.
1.5 hours ish.
No
But
promises.
Brian, clearly Damien, Maximilian, and Volk all found a Perkins, and we're just eating pancakes.
Ah, yes, Perkins, the epitome of Chinese culture.
Yes.
Maximilian is having an argument, only making cat noises with the cashier.
It's a tabaxi though, so it works.
Yeah, but you don't speak fluent cat, so you're
Ah.
kind of insulting its mother.
Whoops.
That's about right.
All right, I'm gonna be right back. You guys figure out if you want to buy anything else.
Quick, discuss Perkins instead.
All right, I was definitely gonna suggest that.
You said you got a new apartment, right, Volk?
What?
You got a new. Did you just move, or are you going to be moving?
I'm moving tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Do you want me to not help with your moving emotionally?
If you could send thoughts and prayers, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, good. Because I'm also doing absolutely nothing tomorrow, but you know.
Jake, first of all, I'm pretty sure my parents wouldn't allow you to help because of COVID.
Are you moving back in with your parents?
No, I'm moving away from my parents, actually.
Nice. Where to?
Are you moving in the
Even
same
fine.
apartment that we were in before, so you only have to pay half the rent?
No, I'm not. I'm actually, I'm basically across the street from Perkins.
Oh, hey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Like the
right?
one that's right next to the McDonald's and stuff?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
it's not bad.
I think we need to go to a Denny's
It's
at
not the
midnight.
Evergreens, is it? It's...
No, it's 4th Street apartment. If you've ever heard.
okay.
But
We're
yeah,
gonna
but
have
I
to
think
meet up because I live relatively close. I live in Rapids, and it's about like a 30-minute drive.
You should totally do that.
oh, Ben, we need to go to a Denny's at midnight.
Drunk, Perkins.
Those are good old play food.
Yeah, that was a real mess. And my favorite part was getting there earlier,
Thank you.
and then everybody else ordering their food after us, and it taking like 3 hours because it was like
Just
3
sitting
a.m.
there
There were
eating.
60 people.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for them. But then I didn't care.
Yeah, I mean, I was a high school kid. I don't feel bad for anybody. Sympathy is for the.
I didn't feel bad for that one. You weren't there. You weren't there for that when we made that bought our entire class for soccer. Bought our entire team ice cream and paid in change.
No, I remember hearing about it. I thought you were going to talk about the guy who fell asleep in the toilet.
I mean, that was entertaining, but yeah, we bought ice cream for 20 people, paid in change. And
change you.
you want to hear the worst part? You want to hear the really bad part?
Oh my god, what?
We took all the quarters out first. So it's only pennies, dimes, and nickels.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
I mean, there's a lot wrong with the soccer team.
Jesus Christ, that's just fucked up.
It was like $30 worth of ice cream.
It's really just par for the course.
We did help them count.
Sorry, I hope your
That makes
conversation
it feel a
about
little
Perkins
better.
was good.
Ryan, we are so
Right.
sorry to disappoint you on all fronts.
No, I won't disappoint because while you guys were having that entire conversation, I was actually looking at something that I would want to get. Can I just spend 5 gold to get 3 bags of ball bearings and 4 darts, Brian?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And marijuana.
And just all of the weed that Damien literally cannot use.
Yeah, that's right.
Listen, I have to think about, is drugs legal? And I'm gonna say fine. What the fuck? It's not like I don't. It's not like I give a fuck if you guys do meth. So yes, we'll do drugs. You can have drugs.
That's it. We're
Piece of
selling that for
paper.
the rest of the campaign.
I'm gonna write on a piece of paper to Volk, bar crawl, question mark.
Yeah, I think Damon would want to join, right?
God. He
Give
would
it
just
time.
be miserable.
He's our designated driver. He's our
God
mic.
damn it.
We always have a DD.
Anybody else have anything?
No,
Anything else want to buy?
Giant
Anything you
flying
want
bird.
to attempt to prepare to use to possibly get this cadaver collector, unless you just want to just ask it nicely and maybe it'll go with you. In which case, here's a hint: if you're gonna ask it nicely, you probably should get an extra bird. But I'm not you guys. Maybe it'll just
We have no idea how big these things are, right?
I told you that they're large size.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna. I remember I got information about these like a while ago. Like, we asked some people at a bar, and they told us a bunch of stuff.
Well, if you want to know information, perhaps the local would be able to tell you something.
Yeah, that's a shopkeep here. He seems pretty knowledgeable. He's wearing a blue hat and everything. All right, so let's combine everything we have about this. Let's put it in the clues and suspects.
All right, don't put in the clues and suspects. I'm going to delete clues and suspects, and we can put in important information or something.
Goodbye, Mr. B. Bye, Sherlock Holmes.
You know what? Here, party notes. There you go.
Oh, this is gonna become a right mess. There we go. Collector. Large-sized creature.
Construct.
What does that mean again? It's a robot?
Like a robot. So golems are constructs. Modrons are constructs.
Are they run by anybody?
Not that you know.
If we have a shopkeep, does he know?
All right. So if you're gonna ask the shopkeep, I'm gonna need you to ask the shopkeep.
Excuse me, shopkeep. We're preparing for an expedition here, and we have some questions, and we're wondering if you could answer them.
Sure. How can I help you?
We're looking for what some people call a corpse collector. We're seeking some more information on them.
Yes. So corpse collectors are kind of like the are just like the rust monsters. They're just kind of like a natural thing that is created here on this plane. And they basically exist to clean out some of the cubes. They move about in battlefields collecting bodies, and then they put them elsewhere. What most people really don't deal with them unless they're deciding to bolster their ranks in a battle. Are you planning on joining one of the wars here?
What do you mean, bolster their ranks in battle?
Well, an interesting thing that they can do is summon the essence of the bodies they collect. In a sense, they kind of copy a soul and use that to fight around them in order to protect it while it collects bodies. In order to get it to do what you want, it typically needs to be bound through magic.
If we don't have magic, should we just capture it, or can we talk to them?
They're not smart. They're not sentient. You could hypothetically capture it, I guess, but you would need a pretty strong cage or a very sturdy net or something to restrain it.
Big net needed.
got the chain.
Yeah, we have a lot of chains and fireproof rope and stuff.
What magic binds these creatures?
Unfortunately, I've not been trained in the form of magic required. Something arcane, I assume. Higher powered. Beyond something that I would be willing to go in the field of magic.
Oh, so you are a sorcerer of sorts.
I am not a sorcerer.
No, he's saying that he doesn't want to go into the field of magic. At least not that far.
I thought you said he was at a higher tier than him.
Higher tier than he'd be willing to attain.
Does this imply that he's attained? This isn't important at all.
Well, attaining a low level of magic is pretty easy, but...
And, I guess... Are you trying to obtain one of these things, then?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Well, I will warn you that they are quite strong and resilient. Supposedly, their armor is immune to but the strongest materials that are non-magical. And they are quite strong in their terms of their abilities as well, like their strength and whatnot. So I'd be careful around them.
Do they typically work in groups, or are they fairly single constructs?
They're not intelligent, so they just kind of wander about. And if two of them are in the same spot, then they'll do things together. They really don't view each other as threats.
Gotcha.
I hear rumors that some of them contain a putrid gas of some sort, which I do not know the makeup of. But I've heard many a tale of someone just passing by one and falling ill.
Like, because it smells so much, or?
These are second-hand tales, sir. I cannot trust any of these details. Sorry, third-hand or fourth-hand, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I got what you meant. Don't worry.
Right. You know of anyone who would know about the binding spell for these creatures? Any experts within the city of Duke of Thunder?
Well, the easiest, of course, would be one like of his sort. And he points at Texas Red. But I guess if you find a powerful enough wizard... I hear tales that there's a wizard of a layer below, but I don't know too much about that. I've just heard that supposedly a powerful wizard has taken residence in one of the lower layers.
Is this person's name? Have you heard of the great wizard Shoebag?
I do not recognize that name.
Just had a.
You also know full well that Shoebag was a name that Shoebag just created on the spot because he didn't trust you.
That is true. Can you give a description of this wizard?
Like I said, I just heard rumors. I don't know anything about this wizard, really. I just know that they're a wizard because, according to the rumors, they had a tall hat.
That's how you can tell.
Yeah, that's pretty wizardly.
Yeah. Super wizardly. Do you think if we were to transport one from cube to cube, how do they get around from cube to cube? Or are they stay mostly on one cube for their entire existence?
They do both. Occasionally the cubes will crash into each other, and with that it is merely a small step away from transferring cubes. Otherwise, they just wander about aimlessly, doing their duty.
Alright. Any other...
Now, if you really are interested in this wizard, perhaps one of the governors might be able to assist you. They do keep records of everything, even the minute details. But I am not quite sure if you really should be looking for wizards, as anyone who goes to this place is surely mad. But then again, we're all a little mad, aren't we?
But I mean, what kind of mad though?
Well, I mean, this layer is the most habitable. There's no effect that turns into stone. There isn't tiny cubes grinding yourself into tiny bits. You know, it's totally livable. But like I said, the powerful mage appears to have decided to go to a level below, and anyone who willingly goes to a place that is inhospitable is clearly mad, or I guess hiding secrets.
This is quite peculiar.
Anybody have anything else, or can I sell these quarterstaff shield, plate mail, metal legs, and metal beak?
Privately send me a list of that so I can figure out their value.
Do we want to why do we have a metal beak? Where did we get that?
Where did you get the metal beak?
When we
That
first
matters into the value
arrived,
of it.
there were the big birds or whatever that were eating the stone berries, the stone fruit berries. We killed some of them and then just took
Oh,
them.
yeah.
That Kairai, okay. Okay, so yeah, send me the list of what you've got.
Well, you type that up. Do we want to chase down this wizard and see if he can create a binding spell for us? Seems to be the best easiest way of doing it, as opposed to convincing us, just kind of showing up and being like, hey, will you serve us? Maximilian, what do you think?
You are a cruel, cruel man, Volkwolfheim.
Perfect. No, I just want to hear what he has to say. Texas Red, what do you think?
I think it might be worth tracking down the wizard because if we can control it, that would probably make getting it back easier. In terms of anything else, I don't have anything immediate.
All right, then do we want to go to this governor or should we? Yeah, I think we should investigate the governor.
Maybe they won't kill us.
I don't know why they would. We saved the Duke a great deal of trouble.
So, governors are a faction from Serbo.
Oh,
I will never call anybody a governor unless they're a governor. Like, they're part of the faction. They're known by... They have an actual faction name, but they're typically called governors.
what do the governors stand for?
Texas Red and Damien and Nyla would know that their primary stance is that if they found out all the laws of the multiverse, they would be able to control them in such a way to benefit them. However, unfortunately, they've taken, if they knew all the laws, a little too much into play, and so many of them end up being basically in charge of bureaucracy stuff, as opposed to trying to learn more about the universe.
Classic. Does the party, I'll ask Texas Red and Damien, does the party have any reason not to visit these governors?
Not that I know of.
Nyla, anything you want to contribute?
All right.
People?
All right. So, Melissa, you will get a total of... We'll make it a nice, even 770 gold.
All right, someone catch me up. I heard 770 gold.
Melissa just sold a whole ton of stuff.
Texas Red, do you need any more bullets?
Nope.
Before you ask, the majority of the money came from the plate mail and not from any of the body parts that you got.
Hey, we should just go around killing people with plate mail.
You could, and there would be no consequences for that whatsoever.
Nice. All right. Well, let's go to this governor. See what we can learn. So the governors are a faction, I assume, are visiting like their faction headquarters here in the city.
They're kind of in every plane, just keeping track of information and serving as bureaucrats. If you need a record keeper, that's typically who they'll be.
Okay. Yeah, let's go visit them. Unless anybody has
All right.
anything.
All right, so in this location, the one that would probably be the most knowledgeable, of course, would actually be in a faction building. So they would have a governor building. And as you approach the front desk, a woman looks up at you and says, "Hi, fill out the forms so that we can accomplish your business here. Unless, of course, you already have the forms, in which case can I see them?"
All right. We'll start filling out the form.
All right, I'm going to need you to roll me an intelligence check.
Rats. Oh no. Intelligence check. Just a flat D20. 14.
All right, it's good enough that she laughs at your mistakes, corrects them for you, and says, "All right, you'll have a have a meeting tomorrow, unless of course you want to pay the speeding up fee to move your slot up earlier."
Texas Red, how much time do we have?
Still got some time.
All right, we'll wait until tomorrow.
All right.
It tells me Dragath isn't, super excited to see us again.
What? We've been keeping such a low profile.
All right. Do you have anything you want to do for the rest of the day?
Maximilian, is it time?
Is there someone I can see about repairing my armor?
Yes, there is. If you go to a blacksmith, you can definitely get your armor repaired.
Can I do that, please?
Absolutely. And what kind of armor did you have?
I believe the best light armor I could get. Let me just
Leather, studded leather?
I believe it's studded leather.
All right. Yes, so your studded leather, the studs had basically been melted off, making it not as effective in the stopping blades situation.
Yeah.
So, yes, you pretty much take your armor to a blacksmith to get it restudded. Because the leather portion is still there, and you're not asking it to get it repaired in any way, shape, or form, they're pretty much just sticking pieces of metal in the spots where it should be. Meaning that this whole operation is going to cost you 15 gold.
I would assume the party's okay with that.
Sure.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
You can get your armor repaired.
I already took it out of the thing, so.
All right. Anything else you guys want to get? Tuning forks, magic scrolls,
Yeah, we should
better
get
armor.
a tuning fork for this plane. Is it 750 gold, or is it, how much is it? How much is a tuning fork for this plane?
I'm looking that up for you right now.
Okay.
You need a metal rod worth at least 250 gold.
Oh, that's easy. And we should also get a scroll of planar travel, just in case.
All right, so you can, if you wish to spend 250 gold, it will not be to this cube, but it will be to Raberchick.
Oh, okay.
something about keeping the realms of gods harder to access and whatnot. All right, I'm just trying to figure out the exact type. Okay. It will be an iron tuning fork in the key of G.
Who has the plane shift scroll? Is that still me, or is that...
I believe it's still you.
Okay.
Is
Then
that is that homebrew, Melissa, or is that an actual item?
I can't find it. It looks
That sounds homebrew. To me.
homebrew.
Can we also sell the 90 gold worth of gems?
I'm gonna say no to that, Melissa.
Okay.
I think recovering hit key points is a little powerful.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Can we get rid of the 90 gold worth of gems for 90 gold?
Unless you want to decorate something with them.
I don't think I do have anything. Yeah, I got nothing.
All right, so if nobody has anything else they want to get, then we can just fast forward the day.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to do? Otherwise, we'll just pick up where you guys next day going to the office.
Just when we're like over dinner or something like that, I'll kind of go over to Nyla and just like, hey, you good or?
I'm just thinking of what transpired recently. I'll be fine. I appreciate your worrying.
Well, I mean,
I
yeah,
must reflect about the decisions I made and how to move forward with this new chapter of my life.
If
This
it
is
means
something
anything,
that I didn't expect.
well, yeah. I don't think anyone expected that.
I should rightfully be dead. And also, the Duke should have hurt Chinwei more than he did. It should have been torturous for him, but the Duke was swift with his execution, and I'm also allowed to live. I'm very confused, as I did not think a god would do something like this, so I'm trying to wrap or put all the marbles in the jar to figure out what exactly happened. Especially now that I worship him, so as I say that last part, I'm grab the back of my back with this with my new tattoo symbol on it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for worrying about me, Damien. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, because super out of character for you. So just wanted to make sure that you're
I got
keeping an eye on what's your overall goal.
And that's why I made the decision I did. And I realized that I'm weak at the end of the day. I need everyone's help. I'm sorry for the trouble I put everyone through, but I will get better.
I mean, really, that's all we can ask. And plus, the thing that makes somebody weak or strong, in my opinion at least, is their willingness to ask for help. Because if someone thinks that they can do everything by themselves, that's just reckless. They might be able to do it, but obviously depending on what it is, but if they hurt themselves doing something stupid, forcing them to give up what their actual goal was, that's kind of, in my opinion at least, it shows inexperience and immaturity. So the fact that you were able to realize that you could ask for help I think it makes you look good.
Well, I appreciate that, Damien. I have to reflect about everything that happened, what you just said, and hopefully my actions will be better in the future. I will be asking you for your guidance in times of my stress and worriness.
I mean, I can't promise that it'll be any good, but I will definitely try. So, I'll cheers to that. And I just like half down my drink before I'm like, oh yeah, can't get drunk. But this food tastes pretty good though.
It's not hellish food.
Mm-hmm. That is something that I appreciated the moment we stepped out of hell. Was just food, drink, everything just doesn't taste terrible.
No, but it is Chinese food, so I mean.
And it's spicy sometimes. Never really had that, so new experience.
It's pretty great.
All right. So as you take your rest, that's another 3 gold for the whole party. We have somebody here who's got a strange name. I think I can change that. That's funny. I can do that. Anyway, so 3 gold later, you wake up the next day and teleport over to the office because you didn't really have anything else you wanted to really do. Mm-hmm. In which case, you
adventure
hand over your paperwork that you had been given as a basically like a this is where we're meeting type of thing, and you'll be ushered in to a room on the interior of the building. It is not a large office that you are ushered into. It is, in fact, quite cramped for the large entourage that is the party. If you include Gial and Torun and everybody, basically. You're all pretty much standing shoulder to shoulder, and with very little wiggle room and about, as there is papers and shelves and tables, or basically one table, really, with a tired-looking half-elf who says, yes, you had asked for some kind of some information on a recent wizard that had moved into the plane. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Let me see. Yes, we have. Our information indicates that a character named Lysander, the hopping mage as he goes by, moved in. According to records, he used to be a sensate, but he went a little crazy for unexplained reasons. But it appears that he moved into the lair of Tilbalus. It's the 3rd layer of Acheron.
Does he have a home address?
Let's see. He's got a place of residence known as the Hopping Tower. Let's see. Can't quite give you a cube for some strange reason. Perhaps it moves around?
Well, it would make sense if it was hopping.
But it appears... Yes, I see it over here. There's apparently several cubes that has been listed on. Unfortunately, not many people live there, so they really don't have names. But we keep track of them, don't worry, with our own organization system. Ooh. So it appears to be on a dodecahedron, numbered A14.
So that's a different not cube, but a different shape in the sky?
Indeed. Yes, the third layer doesn't have cubes, but rather other shapes. They're all regular uh, shapes, but they, for some reason, when they collide, they don't break off into cubes, but they break off into other shapes, like 8-sided and 12-sided kind of shapes. Supposedly, there's even four-sided, as opposed to the regular 6-sided around here.
Seems like we're all just playthings in the hands of the gods sometimes. So anyway,
You started blushing? What?
dodecahedron A14. Can you show us on this? You said it's the third layer? Brian, can you bring us to the map of Acheron? The cubes are just the
Is an
yeah.
Azelus. We are currently in Thunderlin, right?
Okay.
No, you were in Azelas, the first layer.
Oh.
Thuldanin was the layer in which 3 of you went through, where there was a permanent effect where anything that went there turned everything into metal.
Is there like
Effect.
a permanent effect of Tittlebus? Tittybus? I don't know how to say it.
Tintibulus.
Tintibulus.
Yes, and apparently the whole layer is dead. It has no life whatsoever. There are nothing native exists there, I should say. So there are no rust monsters, no cadaver collectors, no warring peoples. And anybody who's there has come there from other places as opposed to have died and been sent there.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
But like,
Are there any dangerous effects?
Any dangerous effects? Well,
or like hazardous
effect
to your
of-
health?
the effect of Acheron is more effective there. Sorry, looking at your faces, I can tell you don't know what I mean. Well, Acheron is a place of balance, where things like magic, for instance, there needs to be a counter to it, otherwise it's just a positive force on the world. So Acheron is where that has taken place. So any magic cast anywhere, there is a counter to that affected here. And as the lower you go, the more of that occurs. So let's say you casted a fireball, then that means that a giant snowball would appear somewhere in Acheron. Now, most of the time, it's such a large plane that you'll never run into any such spells. But there's less and less the further down you go, so it's a little bit higher chance.
So,
Don't worry, it should be low enough that you won't run into anything weird.
yeah, but like if we cast a spell there, where would the opposite effect take place?
Well, it would probably be somewhere nearby.
Huh.
The effect has less place to go.
Sweet.
And make sure that you don't go to Ocanthus.
What's Ocanthus?
It's the 4th layer.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite nearby and quite lethal.
Is that the
All
one
the
with all
little-
the, like, raining shards of death?
All the little shards that are caused by the cubes colliding fall down to Ocanthus, and then are moving around at ridiculously fast speeds, shredding anything they touch. And then below that is the frozen castle of the goddess of death and magic. And they don't let anyone inside. So if you just avoid the entire 4th layer, you will be fine.
Good to know.
It's good to note. Well, we should have no reason to go towards that.
Oh, I don't have anything else for this dude.
Neither do I. Let's get ourselves a metal bird.
Yeah. Thank you for your time, and
Yep.
goodbye.
Indeed. All right. In that case, you will get yourself some metal birds. So, takes about a day to travel through layers. You're basically falling in a controlled manner.
I'm not flying. I'm falling
birds.
with style.
So it costs about 2 days to travel from Azalas to Tintibulus. You will need protection as you go through Fuldanin, though. It's the
Is that the basilisk blood thing?
yes, you will need basilisk blood probably.
Do
Do
we
we
have
have
any
left?
left over?
7.
Oh, yeah, we have plenty.
So you will be making. I'm going to say since you're traveling through there, you're going to be having 1 full day of traveling equivalent. So you'll pretty much have to make 2 checks successfully if you don't make any stops whatsoever in Tholdanin.
Alright.
How long
Just
does
making sure.
basilisk blood last?
Basilisk blood just negates a failed save.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Alright.
But if you do fail, you turn to metal.
Which would be bad.
Let me guess.
Yeah,
It's a
but
Constitution
then we
save.
also got the wizard.
It
who
would be a
turns
Constitution
metal.
save, yes.
Can it be a charisma save instead?
You cannot charm the effects of the plane.
What if I was really good at it?
Not here. Perhaps there are other planes that you can charm the effects to not affect
The
you.
entire time, I would just like to fly within 10 feet of Volk.
You're really doing some weird things for that +4, Damien.
Look, man. Me and
Alright.
Conchax have not had a great history.
I mean, let's get 3 metal birds, because we'll go from. I figure we'll go from there, from the wizard's place, and we'll just fly straight to the goblin and orc battlefield.
Yeah.
Get us a corpse collector real quick. Drop down, bind it, get out of there.
Yeah. So we're going to the wizard, trying to figure out if there's like how to do the spell. Is that what we're doing? Like how
Yeah,
to bind
we're
it
trying
to
to get-
us?
Yeah.
And if there's a way that we could bind it to us temporarily and then transfer that binding to someone else.
Yep.
Okay.
We need to figure out its true name.
Alright,
All right.
let's find this hopping palace. That sounds like fun. Sorry,
All right,
hopping
so-
tower.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it was 3 gold per bird. So that would be 3 gold per bird for how many days do you think you're going to be holding these for?
Let's say 2 weeks.
Weeks?
Yeah, because it's going to take us 2 days to get from here to there. 2 days to get back. It's 4 days. And I'm just leaving an extra wiggle room.
So just 1 week. Because then it'll take us a day to get to the place, a day to catch the thing, and then a day to get back to Reichtmark.
But that's also assuming the wizard just accepts payment. If he's insane, he might want us to do something for him. Wait, as a sensate, what have you? Do you have any insight into this guy?
New experiences are awesome.
Okay, that's a good start. Anything else? What would cause a sensate to go crazy?
Well, I don't know if it would just be a sensei thing, but like anybody would go crazy if you experienced like so many new things that just the next thing that you try to experience just isn't giving you that like high, basically. So like,
So he
he could just be like looking for like the next big experience, and then just hasn't been able to find it. So he's gone and done like ridiculous things to try to find it. But then like everybody looking at him from the outside is like, oh, that guy's gone mad. Like that
Right.
could be it, but
lead we have.
what?
So that's the best lead we have.
I mean, that's just my guess. Like I have no idea like who this guy is, what he's done. I don't know.
I don't know who he is. He's Lysander, the hopping mage.
Yeah, I'm talking about like more like a mentally, who is he?
Won't really be able to find too much out until we physically talk to the guy, and I can speak again.
Whoa! I kind of miss Meow Maximilian.
I will not be meowing again unless
Meowxamillion.
That's
Meow
a good one.
Maximilian.
something comes up.
All right.
It's not like I didn't get this stupid term of bums the gold thing like 3 times in a row. 100 meta magics, I only got like 2 of them.
Okay, if you turn yourself to gold, you can fall down a lot quicker.
That's a good point.
Actually, that's not how falling works, but you know, who cares? It'll hurt a lot more when you fall, though. All right.
Well, I mean, his bones probably won't break as easily.
So, how many? No,
That's
gold
terrible.
is soft. Gold is soft.
Yeah, they won't break, they'll just bend.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Nope.
saying. Is like
It'll just fold like an accordion.
I'll have to just cast
All
fly
right.
on myself.
All right. So, how many days are you renting these birds for then?
Like, I think we should go like 10, because I feel 2 is like a really long time. 2 weeks is a really long time.
All right. We'll go with a solid 11. Because then you only have to pay 1 soul coin.
Hey, there we go.
I'll take that.
Unless you want to pay 100 gold. I mean, it's your choice.
Nah,
Pay the one.
pay a soul coin.
All right. I will put it in my notes when you no longer have the bird. Well, you'll still have the bird. You'll just pay extra.
I'm naming the one Maximilian and I are on Quo 2.
Quote a second.
I'm naming mine Rafin. Rafin.
Raphael.
Rafin.
All right. Are you good on your materials and everything? You think you're
I
good?
think so.
Yeah, probably.
So
All right. In that case,
Too tintibulous.
So first off, you're not finding anybody willing to fly with you as a guide down past Tholdanen. But you'll basically be traveling with just this group, just your group.
All right.
So you begin your flight down.
Woo!
You
All
know,
right.
this place doesn't seem too bad.
You fly through the realm of Tholdanen. About you see there are cubes with activity on them, where it looks like small camps have been erected. And as you fly through there, you need to all make a Constitution save.
Within 10 feet of Volk at all times. Hey!
Uh-oh.
Oof.
Uh-oh. All right, Volk, Nyla, and Texas Red.
Yes.
You're gonna need that basilisk blood.
I've got one on my person, so I'll use that one.
Why don't we just leave? I mean, I'll just medal so I don't have to make another save.
Oof. And GL needs one.
Damn.
Alright, let's just leave ourselves metal until we get to
Well, that means you're dead
what?
when you
Yeah.
turn into metal.
Basically, I think the thought behind it is like you take the basilisk blood as you feel the changes to prevent the changes.
Oh.
It's kind of like turning into a stone statue from a Medusa. Like, I mean, I guess magically you could be reconverted, but
I figured it was like magic, you know.
you're probably not going to have an easy time undoing it.
Well, good thing
Yeah,
we're
right
going
on.
to go see an almighty wizard.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna be-
who's gone mad apparently? Like,
We're in hell.
We just used 4 of our 7. We are not in a good place. We could lose party members here.
yeah, we could.
So how many am I getting rid of minus the one that I used?
I used the one that was in my grasp, so I'm not sure how much the rest of the party has.
So minus
GL has 0.
I figured Damien was holding on to the rest.
I don't have any. Like,
well,
I was just, all of this stuff was in the I just assumed that it was in the party
Million have some?
money.
the only one that had a supply of this stuff.
And I might have one.
I just need to know how many more I need to get rid of.
You needed to get rid of 1 for GL.
Okay, I'm down to 5.
Hey,
Didn't
get rid of
Volk
1
also
for me.
fail? Yeah.
Yeah.
Volk needs 1.
Okay, I'm down to 4.
Yeah, well, you need 1 for Nyla as well.
I took my own.
She already took hers.
Oh, okay. Alright.
All right. And then you fly to Tintibulus.
Yep.
Let me change your army time. Plus 2 days. Nyla and Damien, you're pretty tired. You've been flying for a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible to
Take a rest.
get on those metal birds, or
Not in Tholdonin. You're pretty much trying to fly as quick as you can through it.
Yeah, but once we get
you
to
two-
Tintibulus, we should
Yeah,
be
you
able to.
two basically have 1 exhaustion. It's not a major deal, but
Oh boy.
yay? What does the one exhaustion do?
Skill checks.
You- disadvantage on
Oh,
skill
okay.
checks.
Okay.
All right, and you make it to Tintibulus. All about you. You can tell immediately when you've reached this layer as you look below you and you see shapes that are no longer in the standard cube, but are shaped like that of 8-sided figures and 4-sided figures and 12-sided and 10-sided. And as they float about, they crash into each other with a little bit of a quicker rate than it is on the layers above. Far down, you can hear the sound of what almost sounds like a melodious ringing noise. And you're pretty much having a little bit of a difficulty trying to avoid where the cubes will be smashing. But you can... It's not like you're risking your life right now.
So let's find the dodecahedrons.
So they all seem to be kind of mixed about.
Well, I mean,
They're not seem to be organized in some way.
do we just want to land on one and find a city or something like that?
Did the guy not show us not mark our map for where we can find A12?
It's A14.
Yes.
Or
A14 is marked on your map.
Oh, sweet. Let's go to A14 then.
Okay, so I'm going to need somebody to make me a survival check because you're pretty much looking at a map that is not familiar to you because you don't quite know which cube is which. All right. With a 15 survival check, you will most definitely be able to figure it out after a bit of time. It is towards the direction of the ringing cubes. In a region known as the Sea of Stones, or the Chiming Stones. As you approach, you realize that the chiming noise is them crashing into each other at a frequent rate, much quicker than the other polyhedrons around them. You will need to. It will be a difficult feat to get through this in order to make it to A14.
So if I listen for like the ringing and stuff like that, is there like any sort of pattern to it at all?
Roll me a perception check. Actually, you know what? Let's make this a skill challenge. Roll me a perception check.
Great. Okay. 23.
There does not seem to be a rhythm to it, but you can sort of predict which ones are going to hit each other if you look long enough. It's not much in advance, but it gives you at least a minute's time to avoid getting crushed between two cubes.
Do the middle understand common?
Can the birds understand common? No.
Rats. Alright, well, I'm useless.
Has it been over 24 hours?
Yes, it's been multiple days.
That's what I thought. Okay. I was like, oh, we could have Maximilian.
I mean, he should have become fluent in beast speech, right? Like, 24 hours of nothing but beast speech?
It's like
I
an
like
auto
a proficient
translator.
cat.
Oh, gotcha.
Alright. Can I try to bolster the party resolve with a persuasive speech?
Yes, please give us a persuasive speech.
Guys, this is dangerous. Extraordinarily so. But no more dangerous than solving a mystery under the scrutiny of a god. No more dangerous than fighting at the front lines of the devil army. No more dangerous than infiltrating a devil beehive and setting up another devil's misfortune.
Yep.
You've done things 10 times more dangerous than this. There's no sense to be scared now.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Hey, yeah. 27.
It is a phenomenal speech that even reaches the birds.
Nice.
Anybody got anything else you can do?
Could I do an acrobatics to weave through the cubes?
Sure. Are you going to re-roll that, or
I
anything?
can't.
You cannot. All right. A 13 will not be great. It's not terrible, but it's not amazing.
And
So,
wait, do we need another one?
Manage to. Nyla begins to fly, try to fly between the cubes in order to get to the other side, but is unable to do so without getting injured. And by injured, I mean not actually getting hurt, but rather Nyla ends up having to take cover in a valley in one of the cubes in order to not get crushed in between two of them.
Unless I get advantage from Volk's very persuasive speech.
Can I use my insight into how the birds, like their flight patterns, to kind of like predict how they should be moving ahead of time?
I use survival to try to guide the way through.
I would say survival.
Oh, you should let me roll that survival.
Oh,
Oh, hey, look, I didn't see any survival. Do you want to roll a survival check?
Slightly better.
Just, +5 better.
Slightly better is better enough that seeing Nyla somehow survived by going into a valley. You're like, ah, yes, we can use these to prevent ourselves from getting crushed as well. And so, taking that, you purposefully steer yourselves around, so just in case you were too slow, don't get yourselves crushed. I'm gonna need one more something done.
Uh,
Will everybody join my hands? Let us pray for salvation.
Should I try an acrobatics one more time?
No.
I do an insight to try to predict the cubes' intentions.
Volk, do you want to do a prayer? In which case, roll me a D100.
Oh yeah, I'll
I
do
use
it.
acrobatics.
Would anyone like to assist me in this prayer?
Sure.
I use an
I'll
arcana
assist.
to see how the cubes are gonna move.
You cannot assist unless you have a god in particular that you're trying to pray to.
I will pray to the Duke of Thunder.
Pick a god and pray.
All right, you know what? Sure, you can have the Duke of Thunder. All right, let's get 2 D100s.
82 and 33. Nyla's faith was not as strong as mine.
But Volk's faith is enough. You feel the power of Helm protecting you as you somehow barely avoid getting crushed with a resounding gong noise behind you. It looks like a diamond-shaped thing crashes into what looks like a 10-sided figure. You are in the center of this area with crashing cubes. About are a few cubes that seem to just float around without moving. In between those cubes is what looks like a strange tower that's wiggling around in space.
Does it almost, one would say, look like it's hopping?
It's difficult to attribute it to being hopping as it is kind of floating about. It's not on anything, it's just in midair.
I think Damien sees the tower wiggling and just like not even thinking about it. Like when he's flying, he kind of starts like doing like the half wiggle back and forth just because he's been watching it for too long.
Like
Just
a cat?
huh. Yeah, basically, just like
With a little shimmy?
yeah, just like doing a little shimmy as he's watching it, getting like slowly closer to it. And it's like, yeah, I think that's the tower, guys.
All right. So are you trying to go towards this wiggling tower?
Oh yeah.
All right. As you approach, you see that it is kind of like a diamond shape. And it is made out of some kind of stone covered in moss. And the stone is got a purplish color to it. On the outside seems to be Yugoloth, specifically ones with large gaping maws and looks kind of dog-like in appearance.
Like they're statues? Or like actual
no,
Yugoloths?
like actual Yugoloths.
Oh.
Here, let me
I was gonna
bring
say,
it
do you
out.
have a picture so I can remind myself of what a Yugoloth looks like?
This specifically.
Holy shit.
They're so cute.
It's not cute at all.
Just like me.
Normally, a Yugoloth is more humanoid and intelligent looking. This thing looks dog-like and bestial. You're not sure where the eyes are on it.
Quick, hit him with a flashbang. Next million, use your 3rd level spell.
If I get close, do they look aggressive?
How close is close?
Like within 15 feet. Like go right up to it and just like, what the fuck are you?
If you fly to it within 15 feet,
Mhm.
and it starts barking at you, and then it stops, and then it starts barking at you again, and you talking to you in a very accented infernal now.
Mhm.
What are you doing here?
Flying ground!
Who are you?
Damien. Who are you?
Why are you here?
I asked first. Who are you?
I'm a guardian.
Looking for a wizard.
A guardian.
Nope.
Not.
Nope. Nope. His name is
That's
a
his
guardian.
name now.
All right, his name is a guardian as well.
Alright. Looking for a wizard. Know where I can find one?
You look for a sander.
Yeah. He here?
Yes. And no.
Physically here?
I'm sorry, you cut out.
Is he physically here?
He's in a room outside of here.
Can I go see him?
I ask.
Thank you. And I'll just like fly back to the party. He's gonna go ask.
And it kind of does like a lumbering walk towards a window and walks in. So here for a picture of what I'm describing, just as a
Yeah.
you got like that, except it's four-sided.
Mhm.
So like that, except it's wiggling about like this. So like the top half and the bottom half are wiggling in different directions, or actually are wiggling in the same direction.
Mhm.
Why is it called the hopping tower? You have no idea. This does not look like a hopping tower.
Maybe we have the wrong wizard. Maybe we have the wrong Lysandra.
Well, I mean, he's Lysander, and he's a wizard here, and that was a cool ass Yugoloth. Which I
Oh,
don't know
and,
like anything about wizards, but like, I think they fuck with stuff like that. So you know, this could be him.
The ends over here are made out of glass.
Mm.
So it's got like a little glass room on both sides. Shortly after, the Yugoloth comes back and says, "You may enter."
Sweet. I enter.
All right, so you enter through one of the doorways. Little door around this cube, and I'll stick this whole thing right there, so it's out of the main screen. All right, the interior of this place is pretty. So first off, gravity. I guess I'll start with gravity. Gravity seems to have been thrown out the window in this place. It looks like every is a floor.
Wait, every what?
Every surface is a floor. So you're
Damien's
pretty
gonna
much
have so much fun with that, just running around.
well. He could run around, except that it is a stand. It looks like a stereotypical wizard place. There are desks, or there are tables upon tables with weird things going on, bubbling and books open, and looks like magic symbols scrawled on tables and
Mhm.
you hear the sound of somebody moving about, and a door opens, and a human comes out. Who
Hello,
are you?
Damien. Who are you?
And this person appears to have a tall hat on and a robe of blue. And they look at you and say, I am the great wizard Lysander.
Hello.
Why have you come to visit me?
Long story short, we're looking to find a corpse collector, and we want to bind it to ourselves, and we're wondering if you know anything about binding corpse collectors. However, I also have a bunch of questions about why is this place called the Wiggling Tower, or why is it not the Wiggling Tower, why is it the Hopping Tower, and like a bunch of other stuff. But we can stick with the corpse collectors first.
Alright, you have many questions.
Yes.
Well, in that case, come, sit. Let me pull up a chair. I've not had visitors for a while. And he goes out back into the room he came from and pulls out and has a few stools that appear to walk out after him into the room that you are now in. And the stools kind of walk around and then they stop moving.
I'll like slowly approach one and just like watch it as I sit down to make sure that it's not like gonna prank me or something.
And you get onto it and you slip off as you're a little too cautious. And you realize that you just slid off and it's just a normal stool.
I'll just sit on a regular stool.
I am the great wizard Lysander. I have come here for my research. That is why I am here. For I am the only one who can control the shards.
While I really want to ask you how you do that and all that stuff, I feel like that would probably distract us. No, I'll kind of like look back over at like the group and just be like, one of you guys want to take this before I just completely derail this whole thing?
No, I think you're doing great.
If you let me do this, I'm going to ask him how he controls everything and why this tower is called the Hopping Tower and not the Wiggling Tower and all of this.
Well,
Damien, we have nothing but time.
Okay.
Me and you, Damien, are pretty tired, so I mean, we can take our time.
Good point. Deal. Great Lysander. Why is this place called the Hopping Tower and not the Wiggling Tower? Because it looks like it wiggles, not hops.
Simple. It is because when it really gets moving, and he snaps his fingers, and it feels like the whole tower is beginning to shake, and you are unable to stand as you keep on bouncing up and down. The interior makes you hop as it wiggles around in space.
I see now. I love that. Thank you.
And he casts a spell and slows the movement of the tower so that it's no longer a nauseating, bouncing movement. Any further questions? Actually, I have one. So you came in search for me for
Yes.
finding out how to control a cadaver collector.
Yes.
Why me?
Because apparently the spell that they say you need to bind one to you is like a really powerful spell, and you're literally the only person who anybody knew about who was probably a very powerful wizard. And I mean, like, seeing this tower, it's kind of clear to see that you're a very powerful wizard. I mean, you made chairs dance.
That is just a simple spell. A little bit of an animation spell, and that's all that it takes.
Well, I can't do that. So I think it's pretty impressive.
Well, I guess everything is relative, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So, do you know what spell is used to bind corpse collectors? Or sorry, cadaver collectors? Oh, that's a lot harder to say.
It's. I'll let you call it either. It's not like it's one's more right than the other. Yes, I do know a spell that could do such a thing. But why should I help you? You really just came over and walked right on in and asked me for something.
No, I asked your guard if I could come in, and he said yeah.
To visit, sure.
Yeah.
But the great Lysander does not do things for free.
I could cool down your drink for you.
But I do not have one right now.
I could
Maybe later.
fill a cup with ice cubes for you.
You could.
Yes.
Fascinating.
Yes, I can. Would you like
Show
to see?
me this ability.
I need a cup.
Yes, one moment. And he slowly gets off of his stool and scoots on out of the room and comes back with a cup in hand and hands it over to Damien.
Now watch closely, ready? And I'll put both hands on the cup. Shoobadoo! And I'll just use my literally just like the ice cube attack to just form ice. Like little cubes
Now,
of ice.
Shoobadoo, is this an incantation?
Absolutely
or is
not.
this just
That
a
is just
phrase
nonsense
of
that I just made up.
concentration?
No.
Can the rest of you do weird things like this? I see that you travel with unique folk. A paladin of... Is that a symbol of Helm, I see?
It is indeed. Good eye.
Some kind of snake? A devil?
It's actually a worm, not a snake.
Oh, I see.
actually a lot,
But
yeah,
my
even
good
though it's
sir, worms typically have slimy skin.
It's a
And
weird
this one's
mutation.
skin is clearly scaled.
It makes up
It's a really weird
sliminess
mutation.
internally.
I'm actually a Lamia. I've gone through a couple of changes recently.
That's just what she tells herself.
And a dragonborn.
Indeed.
So, why do you seek a cadaver collector without the proper materials to capture one?
Because the devil wants it.
Yes, you seem an honest man, so we shall tell you the story. We everything was going. I assume you perhaps want to listen to our tale. It is quite involved, and there are many circumstances which has led us to this point. But it is quite an interesting tale, ups and downs.
I have time, and yet not a lot of it.
The
You
point
can
is we are serving a devil right now, and this devil has required us to get some time away from the front. And as an excuse, we need to bring back a corpse collector. It would be remiss in our duties to not seek to procure this corpse collector for our devil boss.
Then perhaps I could assist you. And you know the phrase, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. I have some spells I've been trying to get to work. If you would be so kind as to allow me to test them on you, I would be willing to create a scroll which you could use to control one of these cadaver collectors.
We would be honored
Yeah, sounds good to me.
test your spells.
I'll be the one to test the spells. I put
Bit
this
of a
party through great lengths. I think it's time I paid everyone back.
Bit of a side question, though. Do you happen to have any bottles of basilisk oil lying around?
I do indeed.
Would we perhaps be able to purchase them off of you? Our trip through well,
Followed in.
did not go quite as smoothly as we had wished.
Indeed. Well, I suppose, but unfortunately, my last basilisk died, so I'm in quite short supply. Let's say 200 gold each. I think that would be enough for me to buy a basilisk again.
I actually have some very interesting books you might be interested in.
A trade of books, of knowledge. What books do you have?
Mostly translation, Draconic to Common, Infernal to Air Elemental, stuff of that nature. Is that
Oh,
something you're
well,
interested in?
unfortunately, translation books are not really needed for one who has the ability to cast magic to understand others.
What about perhaps a bag of beans? Magic beans?
Beans?
Yes, these are not just your ordinary beans, these are magical beans. Tried and tested.
Yeah, you don't want to eat them. Red caps will literally explode from your stomach.
We don't know that's all they can do. They can do a lot more, I'm sure.
A magic bean that summons red caps, you say?
Possibly.
There is a chance.
That's what
Well,
happened with the last bean that was eaten.
Perhaps I will buy a few off of you in a trade. How many beans do you have?
We have up to 7.
Before you buy beans, you want, would you like an endless supply of test dummies to practice magic on? Is that your end goal?
What kind of test dummies?
Devils and anyone captured by the devils perhaps could be arranged.
Are you offering a deal, Devil?
I would have to get it cleared with the higher authorities, but if you can make one scroll to control a cadaver collector, you can make more than one, correct?
Unfortunately, if I tried making a deal like that, it would all end up with me working for Mephistopheles. And I think I would rather not be a slave to that one.
Understandable. The magic bean is still on the table. We have 7 of them. We'd be willing to part with some for basilisk blood.
I will be willing to part with one for 2 beans.
That seems a fair trade.
Still trade 2 beans for 1 basilisk blood?
Yep. And then can we buy another one for 200?
Yep.
How many do we have in our party right now before this purchase?
Leave. We have Texas Red. How many do you have?
Right?
I have one. That's on me.
So we have 9 total. Do we need 9?
Wait, what?
No. Right now, in total, we have 5.
Sorry, yeah, we have 5 now. Do we need all 4 of those though? The ones that we're gonna be purchasing off this guy?
We're
We're
only
only
going to be
buying
purchasing 2. So we
We'll
have
just
7 total.
Okay.
That seems a reasonable number. I'm gonna track that in the party. In the party money.
Yeah.
Alright, give me 1 second to figure out exactly what happens with his magic beans.
Is he planting them?
Can I just make that request? It's just, can I just see what happens when you plant those beans? Like, I'm just really curious because we've only seen the one.
Alright. I'm gonna need you. Alright. 1 or 2?
2.
Holy shit.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I'm just reading these things. All right. Okay, number 2. So he takes one bean and grabs a pot and puts the bean in the pot. The other one,
I'm gonna ready an action just to like dodge.
Same. I'm like worried about what's gonna happen here.
I got a good feeling about this.
the other one he chucks across the side of the room onto one of the walls, and a boulette pops out of the bean.
Huh.
What's a boulette?
Yeah, let me get a picture of that.
Please.
Oh, I really hope he doesn't get a.
Like, I feel like I know what they
99.
look like, but I do not remember anything about them. It's like a whale with legs is what it looks like, doesn't it?
No, it's one of the. It's like similar to a land shark, right?
It is a land shark.
I remember it. Yep.
Oh dear.
Is it aggressive
Well-
or?
Would you
Yes.
mind knocking that out for me? I think I can use it for something.
Oh shit. Okay.
Well,
As it begins to start wrecking havoc in the room. All right.
Is this fight then a?
This is an optional fight. You may join it. You may not join it.
I mean,
Is that
Texas
an
Red, you
extra
said
plane
you
of
wanted to
being?
battle.
Or a resident of the Ethereal Plane?
It is a non-demon thing.
it's a beast, if I remember.
It is. It's. I think it's a monstrosity.
Oh, okay.
It is a large monstrosity unaligned.
Huh.
All right. I was not prepared for boulette combat.
Oh boy.
You're on a wall. It is currently running about, smashing things, and eating them. It appears to be voraciously hungry. Alright, roll me initiatives. Oh, hey,
Hit everyone.
one of the...
+4.
Do you want to play Phasmo tonight?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Damien.
Oh, come on.
Initiative. There we
You
go.
roll that twice.
Sorry, I'm trying to grab Boulette out.
What? You don't just have a bullet, just like
Yeah, seriously.
all the
No,
time?
no, I have the stats for it. I'm trying to drag it out so I can get a token for it.
Gotcha.
Oh well, it doesn't. It's not seeming to work right now. All right, premium assets. Give me something.
Just ask for a shark with legs.
All right, I'm not getting any. But this works. Oh, okay. I see. I see. Roll20 is just broken. Oh wait, no. I see the problem. I see the problem. I was still drawing.
Well, don't do that.
Maybe that's why it wasn't working. No. All right. Great. I'm gonna reload Roll20. So it's fun when it breaks. Don't worry, guys. The great and powerful Gial will assist. Here he comes to bite your legs.
Can we just
right.
appreciate all that you survived this entire journey with us, where no one else has?
I mean, you three have survived.
Yeah, we kind of got lucky.
Alaron survived.
Oh, I have this. There we go. We can have the shark to crab picture.
Hey, there we go.
What's a shark to crab? For those of you who weren't there, it doesn't matter.
Matters a bit.
And context is always useful.
Right. No kill, only knockout.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Okay.
All right, Texas Red, you're going first. All right, that is 3 hits. Just so you know, this is challenge rating 5. This should be pretty easy for you guys.
I don't know about that.
I mean, Damien might still get knocked out, but
This
How's
does
this
not
thing
go.
looking?
Oops.
How is this thing looking? All right, let me first. I had to add its health. All right, 20, 32.
I thought these were large.
Oh, yep. There you go.
Hey, that's a lot more scary.
It's not looking happy, that's for sure. Well, let's turn. Texas Red, you just shot it.
Oh boy.
No.
It's going to run after you.
Do I get attack of opportunity against it?
I don't think it moved to your range. So it's going to bite you. And let's see. If it moves at least 15 parts, okay. Roll me a strength or dexterity saving throw.
Either or.
Either or. All right. You managed to not have it jump on top of you, but it still bites at you, dealing
Right.
22 piercing damage to you.
Which is halved, unless it has magical teeth.
It is not halved. Or sorry, it is halved, yes. So that would be 11. Damien, it's your turn.
I'm gonna jump on its back and attack.
All right. Roll me in acrobatics.
Not athletics.
You're jumping onto its back. I'm gonna say acrobatics.
Ooh. I mean, okay.
No. Well, actually, that was 11. Yeah, you're on its back.
Bam, bam. Actually, sorry.
All right.
Our
It's normal.
attack rolls are normal. Okay.
But flavor-wise, you're on its back.
Gotcha. Yeah.
24 and a 21.
Yeah.
So
Hits.
you hit twice.
Bam, bam. I would like to stunning strike.
All right. Constitution.
Yep, of 16. Ooh. Well.
Nice constitution throws.
Yeah. Well, I will spend my bonus action to, you know what? I'll do the ice bracers. To
Alright.
up my AC to 19 and start dealing acid damage, because I don't know if that'll do anything.
Volk, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm going to run up and I'm gonna hit it in the head with my Warhammer.
All right.
Disadvantage because I'm trying to deal non-lethal, right?
Mm-hmm.
21.
All right, that is 2 hits. Or actually, I'm sorry, that is 1 hit. So 9.
9 damage. It's weird that it rolls twice, because I only clicked once.
It looks to be not happy. And still quite hungry. Nyla, it is your turn.
I'm gonna go over here, do non-lethal.
All right. Disadvantage. All right, the 20 will hit.
This is not with the sneak attack damage.
You can do a sneak attack without being lethal.
Well, no, it's because I'm next to people.
Oh, gotcha.
And then the other attack.
Wouldn't you still
19
get a
will hit.
bonus, though, since
Yeah, because we've
it's
surrounded it.
Yeah, I would say it's being flanked right now, so you would still get the sneak attack.
Oh, then I'll take the 17 then.
Yeah, I'll give that to you. And then the 3. All right, Maximilian. It is looking like it's limping about. How are you going to knock this thing out? If you can.
just call lightning on it.
All right. Wait. I'm sorry. Did you mean you wanted to knock it out? I thought you said you wanted it to be deep fried.
I mean, I think, fireball in that range.
Oh god. Yeah, and then that would roll the wild magic table and deal like double the amount of damage.
Twin it or like quads it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move up and try to hit it with my whip.
All right, I think his whip is 10-foot range,
I think so.
which means that you need to be one more space closer.
Oh, whoops.
I had a whip once.
I just imagine it's like in Shaun of the Dead. We all he was just beating this guy.
No.
Let's make sure I do this right. I haven't had to do this really before.
I just rereading the attack. I should have done way more damage to Texas Red, but you know, I really don't think it mattered.
Whoops.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna.
A 21 will hit. I think the 17 is your wild magic.
I don't know why it's,
Yeah,
I don't know why it's set up on that.
I'm sorry, what?
So I don't know why it's on the whip.
Because it's just a setting. You have to
Is it-
turn it off.
So I do.
Let me. If you, yeah, so right below all of your attacks, you see global attack modifier.
Yeah.
If you just
I can see it.
unselect it, you just turn off the 1d20. But it's fine. It honestly, as long as we know it's the first number, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So 21 will hit.
So I just do. Oh wait, no. Wait, how do I do the damage on it?
Just click the whip +1 on the name of the attack. Right on when the one that you rolled with the 21 plus 17.
Oh, you can. Okay, yeah, I see it.
All right, you do 6 damage, which is literally the minimum you needed to roll in order to knock this thing out. As it you basically whip it into submission, and it just gives up, drooling at the mouth as it's really hungry, but it's
playing
not really moving around right now.
I want my extremely copyrighted music to be playing as I whip it.
Do-do-do-do. Yep.
Oh, I thought you were referring to whip it.
Both good choices.
All right. Yes, you whip it, and
How would I
a
use
song
that?
plays of mysterious variety. It's different for each person, and it gives up, and the wizard Lysander says, "Well done. In that case, let me just restrain it here and give it something so it stops breaking all of my things. Give me a moment." And he struggles to push the bullet onto a floating disc that he summoned while you were fighting. And once it's on the disc, he pushes it outside of the room into another room.
I guess I can get off the bullet.
Nah, you're stuck.
You're like from
he just
Monsters,
rolls
Inc.
it
when
over
you're on the
onto me, and
board.
I'm just like, you see my hands and legs just flailing, like, let me out of here!
Well, the disc is transparent, so you're just like visible underneath the disc.
You just see my face just like squished up against it, just like, ugh.
You're wheeled out into the next room. Damien is unable to see the contents of the next room as he is completely smashed. He gets to see the floor. It's purplish stone like it is in this room.
Oh, cool. I would like to wiggle out from underneath the bullet.
You are unable to until the bullet is put into a cage, in which case you are then able to get out and move back to the rest of the group.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, what was that second bean?
The bean is planted.
Ah.
Who knows what it will do? And with that, let us end this session. I feel like anything that could come from here will be interesting. All right, guys, let's go through blips.